Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Devil's Latest Issue podcast. I'm your host, I'm Mr. Vegas. I'm joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Mr. Fatman T.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our story corner. Come join us for the never mental breakdown the world is going through right now.
Yes. You know,
The waters are rising, the price of food's going up.
the Reapers are coming. Wait, no, sorry, that's Mass Effect.
They might as well be coming, wouldn't do any damage at this point.
They wouldn't do a worse job, would they? Fucking. So I played a lot of Mass Effect like this week, so like fucking instant kicked in there, you know.
So what's been going on in the world so far since Sunday? Well,
Fuck off.
apparently the United States government has added a newspaper to their internal chat functions,
Yeah, and accidentally leaked like a bunch of classified Word documents.
which are now trying to backpedal hard. Then we didn't release anything like that. Yeah. No.
Guys.
We don't believe them. What else was hang on.
I know there was that boat captain what fucking fucked up recently. He's in the court.
The Russian cargo captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been charged with negligence.
Yeah, he got fucked. It was funny.
Protests in Turkey apparently after the mayor got arrested. Don't know why yet, but
Yeah, we're not looking into that yet, but
apparently this is on the Wales Online. Rachel Reeves pledges to make the UK a defence industrial superpower again.
Actually, I'll tell you something that happened this week. That it's not in the news because it's nowhere near a big ticket story.
Yeah.
You know the lead singer of the Sex Pistols from back in the day?
Yes, he's dead. So.
No, he's not.
Oh no, not wrong one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the drummer of the Sex Pistols died, or
No, I
one of them
think
died,
it was
but
Randy
wasn't the
Savage.
singer.
I think it was Randy Savage.
Randy Savage,
Yeah.
the professional wrestler.
No, there's a singer called Randy Savage as well.
I was gonna say, like, Randy Savage, the wrestler, died in like fucking 2018. Like, yeah, no shit, he's dead.
No,
That's not news.
there was a punk singer called Randy Savage as well.
Right, no, I'm not familiar with that singer, but no, the lead singer of the Sex Pistols. Do you know his name? I don't know his name off the top of my head.
I don't either.
I know it's like Billy something. Billy Idol.
Is it Billy? No, that's.
Yeah, it's Billy Idol.
Is that Billy Idol?
I'm sure it's Billy Idol with Sex Pistols.
No, Billy Idol was Billie Eilish and changed his name.
What? But no, Billie Eilish is like a modern pop singer, Fat Man T.
Yes, but I think the original was Billy Idol or something originally, then they changed the name of the trans or something, didn't they?
No.
I'm very confused.
Billy Idol's like 70 fucking 5. Billie Eilish is about 23. So that should be your first clue that ain't the same motherfucker.
Fair enough. Let's go on.
So Billy Idol. So allegedly, right? Before anything else happens here.
I'm gonna say this. You get the
All
name.
of this, yeah. Google Billy Idol, actually, right? Fuck you, because it's gonna bug me now who the fuck he is. Sorry, we'll be 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get back into this story. Okay, that's John Lydon. Who the fuck is Billy Idol?
I don't know.
Google Billy Idol for me. BILLY-IDOL. Billy Idol, singer, songwriter, etc.
He's a standalone singer.
Is he? I remember him being in the Sex Pistols at one point.
Not called this, no.
Huh.
There's a big story about getting sober at some point, so.
Yeah, he got sober a couple of years ago. Anyway, allegedly, my mother's been talking to Billy Idol on TikTok.
Right.
My mother's found herself a new hobby, which is basically interacting with different TikTok accounts claiming to be celebrities and fucking with them because it's funny to her. Right. So she got contacted recently by one claiming to be Billy Idol. I'll be honest with you, Fat Man T. In my time upon the internet, I've come across many internet accounts such as this. Some have been, well, shit.
Yes.
And some have been quite convincing, but quite debunkable at the same time. First time in a long time I've fucking struggled to figure out if something's legit or not. Like, this is either... My mum's either actually talking to and becoming friends with Billy Idol, which I doubt, but I can believe it somehow. Or... someone has acquired a very, very fucking good AI. And or a very convincing look-alike of Billy Idol.
Right, I know where we know.
Neither of which are very likely.
I know where we know him from now.
Ow.
He's the one who originally sang White Wedding.
Never heard of it.
Hey little sister, what have you done? Never heard White Wedding before.
No. That meant I grew up in the 2000s.
It's a classic.
I grew up in the 2000s.
Sorry, he did it then in the...
I did a shit ton of drugs.
The Murdals did it as well.
Never... Who?
Murdals.
Never heard of him. I know the name of the dragon things out of Lord of the Rings, the Murdals.
Murder dolls. Not Murdals.
Okay.
No, the Gryphons.
That's Nurgle, isn't it? I'm thinking of, not Murder Doll.
Nurgle's a freaking orc.
But it works.
And also Nurgle's a freaking, like, the main, like, god of decay and death out of freaking Warhammer 40k.
Are they?
Yes.
Huh.
Also a very chill guy, apparently, if you read the lore.
Who knew?
Actually quite likes people, and the reason why he spreads decay and death everywhere is to try and get people immune to the diseases. Well, I would tell personally, he's very chill. Compared to the other Chaos Lords, he's a very chill guy.
Isn't Nurgle just Warhammer rather than the 40k branch?
No, he's 40k.
Like, I remember Nurgle appearing mostly in the like regular Warhammer with like the dwarves and shit.
No, he's in the 40k.
Is he in 40k? I don't remember Nurgle being in 40k, but
The Plague Marines?
There's Plague Marines?
Yes.
Huh.
I've got some.
Good for you.
Yes, Plague Marines, that's the...
I've not put as much time into Warhammer 40k lore as I have just Warhammer lore, in fairness, so...
I think there's like something similar to Nurgle plays in Warhammer lore.
Yeah, it's just the Nurgle themselves are in regular Warhammer. They show up in Vermintide a couple times, if you ever played that.
I don't know, I don't think Nurgle is in standard Warhammer.
Because I said they get mentioned once or twice during, I think, the first Vermintide game. And you can play as them in Blood Bowls 1 and 2, but not in 3, because apparently we can all go fuck ourselves with Blood Bowl 3. I don't know if I've ever mentioned before, I don't like Blood Bowl 3 specifically. I don't know if I've ever complained about that on this show before. But no, back to Billy Idol. the reason I bring this up, and I suspect that low-key maybe my mum might actually be talking to the real Billy Idol, is... Why don't we just Google fucking Nurgle? Be quicker. Anyway, allegedly Billy Idol. I sent my mum like some voice notes on like TikTok and WhatsApp and shit.
Yeah.
And just like forwarded them to me at my request, because like, you know, I'm a nerd. Now, and I was like, you know, first thing first, I'll give them a listen, make sure they're not obviously AI generated, and they're not obviously AI generated. Now, if they are AI, they're very, very sophisticated AI that's done them. But like, so many details that like this alleged Billy Idol is able to give out about Billy Idol's actual life are suspiciously accurate. You know what I mean? Like some of the shit we've asked him and gotten correct answers to, it's like, okay, yeah, the only way you would have known that would have been A, you actually are Billy Idol, or B, you have the kind of resources I have access to. You know, like, it's suspicious. You know, so I suspect mayhaps my mother's low-key accidentally been flirting with Billy Idol.
Right. Right, yes, Nurgle is in the standard Warhammer.
That's, I knew for a fact they were in standard Warhammer, because again, you play as them in Blood Bowl 1 and 2. Because they were my least favourite faction to play in Blood Bowl 1, because they were the shittest in Blood Bowl 1, and I will fight everyone on this. If there's any Warhammer Blood Bowl fans listening to this who disagree, you're wrong. Nurgle were the worst fucking faction in Blood Bowl 1. You will never convince me otherwise. They rely fucking far too much on their high power units, with which they have 2 of. The rest of their fucking team are just low strength, low agility pieces of shit that can't do anything. They are fucking worthless. The Skaven are more helpful in Blood Bowl 1, for God's sake. And the Skaven are squishy. It's easier to beat Blood Bowl 1 playing as the fucking Amazons, for Christ's sake. And they're literally fucking pointless.
Another bit of the news from 7 hours ago this apparently. J.D. Vance is taught in Greenland. This guy cannot shut his fucking mouth.
I read that earlier. I thought we were just ignoring it because...
No, I didn't get around to it. I was going to say, he cannot shut his fucking mouth, can he?
Especially not when it comes to Europe, no. Because he's a dipshit.
He's got VP and he's just now running his mouth. He's basically cashing...
He's not fucking getting back.
That's that though, he's basically cashing checks he can't deliver on.
Writing checks you can't cash, is that what you were aiming for?
That's what I was aiming for, yes. Because, let's be honest, America believes they are the superior military force in the world.
Yeah, and they're not, they just have more numbers.
But in that, they've got more men, technically, yes, and they spend, I think it was $850 billion on their defense industry.
About that, which is what I mean by they have more numbers. They have higher numbers of people, more equipment, more money to throw at the issue.
I watched them break it down, right? A large chunk of that money goes on maintaining the agent fleet they've got.
Yes.
What the fuck?
What was that?
I have no idea. Never mind.
I saw something move as that happened. Like what?
A thin bag on the edge that just fell over.
No, I saw something go that way.
Yeah, it's a bag that's kind of rolled over, and a shadow cast a light.
Look, I saw blue. It came from here and went fucking that way.
I don't know.
What the fuck was that? Fucking hello? Fucking aye. Fuck you, ghosts.
A ghost has now entered my house, so that's be fun.
Fucking, we're busy, you spooky bitch.
So yeah, America has not put out a new battle ship.
Yes.
In 20 years.
Correct.
Right, and the ones they've got are basically up for recommissioning.
Yes.
So they have to change out the nuclear reactor and several ships and everything for that.
Recommissioning, retrofitting as well for a lot of them.
Yeah, which is taking up because they're doing that to the subfleet at the moment.
Yes.
And that's taking up a lot of resources to do that by itself.
Well, too fast because submarines are just a pain in the arse in general.
So they've got to change out the reactor and the sonar unit, which basically requires them to cut the submarine in half and then yank it out and try and shove a new one in, but then re-weld it back together again.
Let's be honest, minor maintenance on a submarine's a fucking pain in the arse. Never mind major fucking surgery on it.
Yeah. So that's what's happening with the ship, which is basically taking up at least half the budget there boasting exists.
Yes.
Just on the Navy itself. Right. Now then the maintenance on the Abrams, which I haven't replaced at all in the past 15 years, I think was the last time the new Abrams came out.
They still produce new Abrams every year.
No,
they've just not done a new blueprint of it.
Yeah, new design of his tank.
Yeah. Which they don't need to, because the Abrams is still a fucking fantastic tank.
It is, but you think they're updated by now.
Frontline work.
But that's still maintaining a large quantity of those, which are just sitting there rotting, type thing.
Sure, that's because they've got more than they really need at this time. You know, once America gets involved in a large-scale conflict again, that problem will fix itself, quite frankly.
Plus, then how much money they waste on R&D, which goes nowhere. Because remember that new battle rifle they tried to do 2 years ago.
Yes.
That cost $30 billion.
The War Crime Creator 5000.
That cost $30 billion and went fucking nowhere.
Yeah, because the Hague stepped in and went, no, you cannot use that. Like, how stupid are you idiots? No, that is outlawed by 7 articles of the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, the smart round, the rocket round, the fucking exploding tip of a bullet.
Like, it was literally a full automatic 30mm fucking grenade launcher the size of a regular rifle. Fuck no, where they gonna get away with
With
that?
trackable rounds, which I do love.
It was like, fuck no.
Each round has a mini radar that can track, like, no, that's a war. You think Canada made it at this point? The level of Geneva violation that rifle had.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere one of the lead scientists was Canadian on the project, so like...
No, he's the one who did the other war crime rifle.
Was he?
Yeah, the one that just basically was straight up like just a minigun strapped to a freaking AR chassis.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right, that was a Canadian dude. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because they went the doctrine of, like, you know, actually by volume.
Better.
I remember just glue minigun. Look, minigun. You've seen a few films now again. That was basically his design. It's like, yeah, no, I understand why. The Americans said no to that bullshit.
Man, I'd have used it.
Probably thought I was just a recoil, you bitch.
Recoil, what's that?
That's the bumpy against the shoulder. That did not come out correctly. The phrasing did that.
Yeah, that sounds like a poor people problem to me.
Ah.
That's either a peasant joke I'm too rich to understand from all my gambling exploits, or that's a problem for people with weak little noodle arms.
You have weak little noodle arms.
No, I don't. I'm the peak of male performance. Strength.
For a stick, yes.
I'm strength. This is what peak male performance looks like. I'm a big, strong man. I can cut down trees.
You're losing a fight to a dog on a regular basis.
I can cut down a tree in like 3 hours with an axe.
Yeah, most people can do it.
Not a very large axe, granted, but an axe nonetheless.
Yeah, a little toothpick you're using.
A little one-handed, little bearded axe.
A little hatchet.
I can take down a tree in like 3 hours with that. I'm a big, strong man.
Most people, including me, can do it in about 10 minutes. And use a regular axe, not a child's axe.
I'm big, strong. Strength.
Although I did see a video of a guy who decided to do a wood chopping challenge. I decided to make an axe where you load a shotgun shell at the back of it.
I know the very guy, yes.
Slight overkill, I think, on a weapon, on a thing to chop wood with, but
Nah, it gets the job, fuck it.
almost as bad as they fit Carl Hammer.
What's up there? Excuse you, could you stop sniffing at shit, please? Thank you.
They're empty, you useless retard. You can leave me hand what you want, they're empty still. Yes, I know it's there. I can see it's there.
And you're not having it.
It all contains mustard and other things you can't have.
No.
Don't look, he don't give it to you.
Yeah, I'm not retarded. Well.
Yeah, tell you what, you can have one of these awful fucking things. There, be happy. Now fuck off.
It's a dog, he's never happy.
Tell you what, listen to this, 'cause I'm interested what you say it. Wrong one, right one. Switch over. No, wrong one, that's the code. There we go.
Right off the bat, I'm pretty sure that's because Greenland doesn't get any defense support from Denmark.
I'm pretty sure Greenland's a separate fucking country from Denmark.
Yeah, I don't think they're a... if memory serves, they're an independent nation of the UN, not
Hang on.
a puppet state, right? Who owns Greenland? Ah, no, fuck, it is Denmark.
No, it
right?
is. No, it is technically, what do you call it? Autonomous thingy, because the autonomous territory of Denmark.
Yeah, it's within the Kingdom of Denmark, though. So, okay, fair, never mind.
It's directly the same thing as, like, how the Falklands was in the British Commonwealth type thing. Right. Oh, there we go. That's not me, that's them.
Hey guys, it's Shady Vance, the Vice President, and you know there was so much excitement around...
What?
Did you not see that in the subtitle?
No.
Run it back. Run that back a second. Read the subtitle.
Hey guys, it's Shady Vance, the Vice...
Shady Vance.
What's funny is, it sounds like you said Shady Vance.
It does, yes.
Like, fuck me.
He's the only person I know who literally uses, like, the JD.
I mean, yeah.
As his, like, first initial type thing. It's like a joke, like, yeah, people just call me JD. Like, no, they don't.
Yeah, no, nobody calls you JD. Fuck off.
President, and you know there was so much excitement around Usha's visit to Greenland this Friday that I decided that I didn't want her to have all that fun by herself, and so I'm going to join her. I'm going to visit some of our guardians in the Space Force on the northwest coast of Greenland.
Forgot they called them Guardians. I genuinely forgot that happened.
Ah.
I genuinely forgot that's an official governmental title now, is a Guardian of the Space Force.
Yeah.
Genuinely forgot that occurred.
That's if the space pilots who don't have any spaceships to fly yet.
I know it is.
I mean, Pyramid Space was currently doing like throwing cats in zero G for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why yet either.
They're trying to develop battle cats. I wish I wasn't making this up. They're genuinely trying to train zero gravity battle cats.
And also just check out what's going on with the security there of Greenland. As you know, it's really important. A lot of other countries have threatened Greenland, have threatened to use its territories and its waterways to threaten the United States, to threaten Canada. And of course,
nobody has!
Literally no one has threatened Greenland but you fucking dickhead.
Greenland has the...
2 people have threatened Greenland. J.D. Vance and Trump.
I think Greenland has like the strategic advantage of a toadstool.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, if you've got a base there, yes, 10 feet.
In fact, no, a toadstool's more tactically advantaged. I can make a fairy ring with those at least.
I say, Greenland, technically, if you land in Greenland, you can make a base which allows you to access the United States.
Yeah.
Fairly
But
easy.
it would take a while.
But A, you've got to get there first.
Yes.
B, it's a rock.
Yes.
It's a rock with ice on it.
Yes.
That is it.
Yes.
There's nothing of advantage on there. There's no minerals, rare resources, fuck all there.
Yep.
Apart from snow, ice, and rock.
There's a little bit of palladium, to be fair, like under its rock.
Not enough to
a
care
lot.
about.
Yeah, not a lot to care about, but
You have to dig up the whole fucking island
to get
give it like
enough to
5
do
kilos
anything
worth.
with. Yeah, it's
You know, strategically, it has like economically, it has
limited
no
value.
even as a waterway. You know, threaten Canada. Even easy way, just go through the Northwest fucking Passage
Yeah.
that we've known about for the best part of 400 fucking years.
It's also a safer waterway as well.
Why would you ever head to Greenland to like access the waterways of Canada? It's like, I just skip around the North Pole, down there we go.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, the only way Greenland holds any kind of value tactically would be to use it as a staging point to launch an assault into Europe. And even then, it's not your best pick.
yeah, I just want to pick that one. At least it's got some advantage there.
Iceland's closer and, has better resources.
And actual beaches you can build a port on.
Yeah.
Not just a sheer rock, jaggy bastard.
I can tell you, don't get me wrong, I could build a hell of a port in Greenland, but it'd be expensive.
Yeah.
I'd need a lot of concrete.
forced to threaten the people of Greenland. So we're going to check out how things are going.
There's no one there!
Yeah, there's like, I think 20 people live in Greenland, if that.
Hang on.
Population of Greenland.
Yeah, that's a look.
Our fucking FBI agents gonna have questions, aren't they? Okay, why are y'all doing so much research into Greenland? What are you planning, you bastards?
Why is Greenland so rich?
Low taxes, why? That's why.
Greenland's economy is extremely dependent on the export of fish
Correct.
and support from the Danish government, which supplies half its governmental revenue.
Leave Willie alone.
There you go, Greenland population.
56,860. Yeah, so about 20 cunts live on Greenland.
It was the size of a small town.
Yes.
Well, sorry, the largest town is about the size of it now.
As it, the city nearest to where I grew up had literally tripled that population.
Well, yeah, I think Glasgow, what, something like...
I was talking about Dunfermline, but okay.
Oh, Dunfermline.
Dunfermline's at like 120.
I know Glasgow's like 3 million at the moment.
Yeah, it's about that, yeah.
But the capital of Greenland has 19,000. Where we live in the town we're in now
Say, like,
has that number.
The area around the local studio has more cunts in it.
Yes, we have.
There's about 22,000 cunts live around here.
I think counts like all the small villages make up the area.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes to about.
I think County Durham's sat at like fucking 40,000.
No,
overall.
County Durham's 150, 160,000.
I remember it being down at like 44. But...
No, Durham City sells about 160,000 because it's a university city.
Oh, yeah, of course, the university, yeah.
And that's.
So I frequently forget there's a university here, because,
So there's really not a lot of like people there to give a shit about height.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Not really, no.
You know, you could probably move all those people into like a small western town and people don't know about it.
I'll be honest, I think more people died in, like, Nagasaki.
Yes, literally did, yeah. That killed out 200,000.
Yeah. Same with Hiroshima. I'm pretty sure more people died in Hiroshima.
I think both ones claimed in total something about 500,000.
So yeah, but literally both bombs independently killed more people than Greenland
About
has.
20 times what Greenland has in population were killed in Hiroshima.
Like,
going there. And I say that speaking for President Trump, we want to reinvigorate the security of the people of Greenland because we think it's important to protecting the security of the entire world. Unfortunately,
idiots, then.
There's nothing there to protect. Well, so yes, there's something to protect. Your chemical warfare bullshit you dumped there during World War fucking II.
Yes,
And the Cold War.
which by this point will have been sat and degraded for so long that it'll have no
Yeah,
actual
that's what
value.
the next people they do, like, because apparently they gold coins scattered all over the island, which have
One
been.
second. Shut the fuck up! Sit down! You're distracting my ass. You fucking whinging into the only ear I can hear out of right now. Shut the fuck. Continue.
Yeah, because America, cause there are gold coins on the island that have been found before
Yes.
from this pirate treasure haul or something stupid like that,
Yes.
right? Because
Even though pirates never landed on Greenland.
I don't think it's
Vikings did that, but you know.
I don't know if it's pirate, but they have found like pails full of gold coins in there, several of them, and there are plenty more lying around.
Yes.
The problem is though they're mixed in with, bombs the Americans left there,
Yes.
artillery rounds with very sensitive detonation things on there.
Yes.
No, because there's a team on Greenland from the US consists of 5 dudes, and their entire job is to go around, dig up these old bombs that haven't exploded yet, and then detonate them.
Why don't you just defuse them? That sounds quicker.
Because they're that rotten, they can't.
Yeah, you can.
The best way they can deal with them is just a safe explosion.
No, I bet I could defuse it. I feel like if you built me a bomb in that condition, I could defuse it.
That's kind of what they're doing with it. That's basically what America's like, because America got a lot of shit in the early 2000s about the state that left that area of Greenland in, and that. Because one thing they did do is put what's called Abrams stick in it all over the place,
Yeah.
which is basically a rebar that has like a curl and a point going up, so when someone falls on it, they kind of slide down it and cause a lot of damage,
Yes.
which technically against the Geneva Convention.
It is, yes, because it's covered under the same article as that one, Punji 6.
Yeah, but the Americans covered the island in that as well.
Yes.
So they got a lot of shit about not cleaning up after themselves. So I think this is all grabbed like, well, we'll take it back and then we'll just say like it's American territory, you don't have to worry about it, and just try and gently.
I feel like it would be cheaper to just send a crew out to clean it up.
Well, yeah, there's like they sent 5 guys to do it instead of like, actually the Army Corps of Engineers would probably do a bad job at it, but
Yeah, and they do it for cheaper and quicker.
the British got 5 guys who go on the island for 6 months out of the year to go around just trying to detonate as many bombs as they can find.
Again, I just sent the Army Corps of Engineers out. Engineering Corps will get done in the 6 months. They'll have the whole thing cleared out.
Yes.
And it'll cost you less than trying to invade the place.
Plus, send the army there, get some training in some cold weather environment.
Exactly. So you're gonna need that in the next couple of years.
Leaders in both America and in Denmark, I think, ignored Greenland for far too long. That's been bad for Greenland. It's also been bad for the security of the entire world. We think.
How is Greenland now linchpin for the security of the entire world? It's a large landmass, kind of.
It's a medium landmass.
That has no strategic value other than the Americans worry about it. Like Putin might land on it to send a fucking army over.
Yeah, which again, there are way better positions Trump could Putin could take.
Like Alaska, for
Yeah.
instance. You could walk there during the cold
Exactly.
season.
You literally can in some parts of the year. You can literally walk across it.
It's just
Like, I'd be more worried about that flank. The flank is going to be cheaper for Putin to move all of his forces over.
yeah, because Greenland's literally uninhabitable for 6 months out of the year.
Yes.
Because they're in the Arctic fucking circle. So nothing really works there.
Yeah, exactly.
We can take things in a different direction, so I'm gonna go check it out.
That as well, right? Just genuine, serious question, right? What fucking fun is his wife gonna get up to in Greenland?
I have no.
There's fuck all in Greenland.
Well, there are some technical geothermal vents which give out hot water.
Whoop-de fucking do. Where's the fun there?
Well, the thing.
What's the fun in looking at steam coming out of the ground?
See, the problem with Americans is they believe these geothermal vents are like the Japanese hot springs.
No.
No.
They'll boil your skin off.
Yes, because most of them are sulfur pools as well.
Yeah. Even if they weren't sulfur pools, they're volcanic.
Yes.
That water can reach temperatures upward of and exceeding 1800 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
It'll burn your skin off. The only reason it's even technically considered water is because there's still some H2O in that mixture. Most of it is just very hot sulfur and fucking volcanic rock.
Greenland's basically like Canada, right? Yes, there's plenty of landmass you can develop.
Yes.
Problem is, it's uninhabitable for most of the year.
Most of it's just not workable, though.
And there's only small regions on the coast where anyone actually lives.
Yes.
And again, they're all fishermen.
Yeah. That's why most of their economy relies on fish.
Yes.
It's like you're not allowed a pet dog on Greenland. That's how shit it is there. Unrest! That's a gentle word for it.
Oh, what's that? Right. We returned the island on Tuesday. President Trump has previously caused unrest among the European Federation. Yes, he has, by being a dick.
Again, unrest isn't the word I'd use for it.
With his repeated claim that the United States should be in charge of Greenland. No.
You know,
dealing with a lot of people from Greenland that would like to see something happen with respect to their being properly protected and properly taken care of. They're calling us, we're not calling them.
A, I doubt that highly very much.
I highly doubt that.
And B, protected from what? The polar bears, maybe?
You know what this genuinely feels like? You know what the world we currently live in genuinely feels like?
Yeah.
It genuinely feels like I'm living in someone's Hearts of Iron 4 save file. You know what, that video game is the only version of planet Earth I've ever experienced where America would have any interest in Greenland whatsoever.
No, it'd be like...
Especially enough interest in Greenland to try and fabricate a fucking de jure claim on the fucking place.
It's like the British government saying we're going to reclaim the Orkney Islands back again for defence purposes.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? There's nothing defendable on there. There's one beach you can use to land anything on there.
Yeah. And there's no real tactical advantage to holding it.
Even if someone did invade the Orkney Islands, they'll be fucked by the time they get anywhere because the cliffs and the fucking a single beach leading to the main island.
Yes.
And again, everyone on that island knows a fucking gun.
And also, the hellish water conditions around the island as well.
Yeah. And they say, well, people crying out for no, they're not. They're happy. They enjoy being isolated the rest of the fucking world.
Yes, that's why they live there. They don't like people. That's why they live there. Where people can't touch their guns.
Grand Prime Minister... Mute.
Oh, again. Honestly, when that person's Mute Edge, I was like, what a name!
I had as well.
Mute again. Previously accused the Trump administration of being highly aggressive.
They're calling us. We're not. Fuck.
Smash cuts. They're fucking bricks.
You know the Mute Edge sounds like a fucking character from D&D that's a rogue
It
assassin.
sounds more like a fucking wrestler at this point. I expect to see Mute Edge debut on TNA next week. Fucking. And I don't even watch TNA.
Hello. I'm so excited to share that I'll be visiting Kalaalleq, Greenland, next weekend. I'm particularly thrilled to visit during your national dog sled race.
Literally nobody cares.
Not even Greenland cares.
Yes, I'm the VP wife. Who are you? The VP wife. We don't care. Never mind. Move on.
Never heard of you, love. Fuck off. And I'm not even kidding. This is Jim the first I've ever heard of JD Vance being married or having a kid.
I knew he was married, but
I didn't have a clue.
I knew he was married, but he's kind of using look, my wife's coloured type thing.
Yeah, and even then, I still just don't really give a shit. The guy's so unlikable. I assumed he was just perpetually single. Because he comes across, JD Vance comes across to me as just such a fucking incel.
Yeah.
You know, the type, the proper neckbeard motherfuckers on, Tumblr.
Yes.
They're fucking, are convinced that all women are Satan and that's why none of them will touch their dick.
No, I tell you what.
And it's no, Bill, the reason women don't want to touch your dick is because you haven't showered in 6 months and you smell like feet.
No, I tell you what it reminds me of. Right. It reminds me of a Reddit moderator.
Yes.
who has 5 years into the game and has his special reward.
Yes.
That's what JD Vance reminds me. That's kind of shit talking you expect and what's he giving out. You got.
I know. I've realised that as I've opened the box that I'm too deep in, so it's fine. The thing is, though, right? Fuck you for calling me out like that there. Right, with your, he's so deep into the game, he's got all this special fucking loyalty rewards. Fuck you. There are several MMOs where I have my loyalty rewards. Thank you very much. I'm proud of that. Fuck you. Right, I've got loyalty rewards in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I got loyalty rewards on Star Wars Galaxies in 2 different fan servers. I would like to add.
You
My
do.
World of Warcraft accounts all have loyalty rewards except my one in fucking.
You do realize by this point you've done.
Ascension.
You realize that you've done something wrong here.
What's that?
You've just called yourself out. Because I didn't know that.
Still.
So you just called yourself out, claiming you're the same as JD Vance and a Reddit moderator. Well done.
No, I'm saying I'm the same as the Reddit moderators. You just have those benefits.
You just self-snitched on yourself.
What I'm saying is not everyone with MMO account benefits are scumbags. Some of us are fucking lovely people.
Yes, the loyalty rewards from Reddit, not fucking MMO games.
Still. Just because people have loyalty rewards for logging in for 3 years straight doesn't mean they're bad people.
It's Reddit moderator.
It just means they suffer with addictive personality.
It's a Reddit moderator. It doesn't mean they're bad people automatically.
No, I've met some nice Reddit mods who have been actually good people.
You lie.
I don't lie. I never lie. I tell only the truth, for I am the truth gremlin. Speaker of wisdom.
Hang on, let's do this one. Right, Rachel Reeves. Plans to make the UK defence an industrial superpower.
In February, the Prime Minister set out our government's commitment to increase spending on defence to 2.5% of GDP from April 2027.
2.5%?
That takes us from about.
That takes us from 20p to 40p.
It takes us from I think it was current spending something about 500 million on defence budget. That would take us up to about 510 for 520 million.
It's so much.
The biggest sustained increase in defence spending since the end of the Cold War. With an ambition to spend 3% of GDP on defence in the next Parliament.
Why was the working class the larger of the two, not simply rise up and eat our rich? Look
Okay,
at them all presented before
I will
us.
admit, 3% of our annual budget is quite a lot for defence spending.
Is it? Fuck. Gamer, we are literally a frontline country at this point.
Yeah, we're currently from like 1.5.
Like we're bang on the front line of an impending war. We're the Commander Shepherd of Europe at this point. Everyone's just waiting on us to say go.
Yeah.
And we're spending 3%.
No, 1.5 currently
Still.
on the defence budget at the moment.
Like, we're spending 1.5. We plan to spend up to 3%. How much is Germany spending again?
At the
How much
moment.
is France spending? How much is Spain spending?
Hang on, let me work out from your head, man.
The answer's a lot.
France is doing 2% of their annual GDP.
Mm-hmm.
Germany is doing 5% for the next 4 years.
And
That's what
Germany recently changed their plan again. They're up to 8% now.
that's originally what I saw.
Yeah, they're up to 8% for the next 6 years.
Spain's doing this usual saying not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yes, but they've still increased their defence budget nonetheless. They're up to 4% of their GDP.
Italy's doing 10%, but that means nothing really because they have the economy of about 50p.
True, but also the reason the Italian one is so high is because Italy didn't really have a military for a while there.
Yeah.
They had one, but they weren't really doing anything with it. They were more there for
Poland's-
Japan's military of it's more just for home defence.
Poland's cutting back their GDP a little bit because they've spent about 30% in the past 10 years.
They're sorted. They're good shape. They don't need to worry.
They have more
anymore.
tanks than any other country just sitting there ready to go to war. They're itching for it at this point.
Was the right decision in a more insecure world, putting an extra £6.4 billion into defence spending by 2027.
That's not a lot of money.
But we have to move quickly in this changing world, and that starts with investment. So today I can confirm that I will provide an additional £2.2 billion for the Ministry of Defence in the next financial year.
So that brings up
From where?
That brings up to 10 billion-ish.
Still, from where?
That's gone for the welfare budget. That's what someone cut like 2 billion for the welfare budget.
No. How about instead we make the billionaires and the the Tories and that pay their taxes. How about
further
we get
down
the
payment
2.2
on
billion by getting all of the members of Parliament to stop committing benefit fraud? Would that not make more sense?
plans to deliver 2.5% of GDP by 2027.
Two homes and claim
This
the benefits
additional
for both
investment
homes,
is not just
stop
about
renting out the
increasing
second
our
home to make
national
extra money on the
security,
side.
but increasing our economic security too. As defence spending rises, I want the whole
So I know what
country
plan
to feel
is.
its
Plan like when they increase the military budget for like building new vehicles. So to bring the people to cut the welfare for into those jobs to build the new vehicles and ships and stuff. Problem she's forgetting about this is
Yeah, so like a lot of the benefits she's planning to cut is including disability benefits, which are for people who literally are not medically capable of doing the job.
and also
or any job.
Also the people who used to build shipwrights are in their 60s.
Yes,
Because we haven't done it for so long, we don't have that skills anymore.
exactly.
It'll take at least 2 years to get anyone trained up enough to actually have them skills back
Yeah.
for the manufacturing area of Britain. It's almost like a bad idea when we moved on Tarakomi to financial rather than manufacturer.
It's also almost like literally everyone told the government that was a bad idea at the time, and it's been telling them since.
No, our future secure in financial investments.
Oh no, a third European war has kicked off. Oops.
Does Jaguar still have its plant left? No.
No,
It doesn't.
Jaguar moved its production to fucking Sicily about 25 years ago. Bollocks.
Well, no, technically still have Rolls Royce, but they still only build engines,
Yeah.
and that's down at Berkeley, that factory.
And also, it would cost that much money to convert their factories into like being able to to construct military grade equipment that the war would be over by the time we finished that fucking
And there's
retrofit.
only one of the things Armstrong's by Newcastle. Technically, is our last tank factory left.
Yes. And again, it's working with outdated as shit manufacturing equipment.
No, they recently updated the equipment about a couple of years back.
Yeah, and it's still outdated as fuck. They updated from World War II manufacturing equipment to Cold War manufacturing equipment. We're still behind.
So I will now set out the immediate steps that we are taking to boost Britain's defence industry and to make the UK a defence industrial superpower.
Good luck.
We will spend a minimum of 10% of the Ministry of Defence's equipment budget on new novel technologies, including drones and AI-enabled technology.
No, don't do
Right,
that.
I can already see a flaw in the plan. I can see a flaw in that plan.
Oh, fuck.
Did you by chance see the flaw in the plan right off the bat?
Well, 10% of the defence budget to novel fucking...
Yeah, so did you see the immediate flaw in that statement of a plan?
The 10% of the novel fucking technologies.
The word novel.
Yeah.
We're going to invest 10% of the budget into technology that is a novelty.
Well, they didn't know the context is new technologies trying to use.
No, not novel tends to mean it's cool, but it's fucking useless to you.
In engineering terms, it means new in
disagree.
science. Like novel predictions, like a new prediction you make.
Yeah, no.
But the problem is, though, they're basing again on drones and AI bullshit.
Both of which are, by the civilian standard, a novel technology because it's going to be a dead industry in the next 20 years.
Yeah, because again, drones are a cool idea.
They're great. They have their uses in espionage and scouting.
Yes, and the Ukraine
Combat drones, not that effective.
and Ukraine's used them to great effect so far. But the problem is, though,
Yes.
the technology going to a
Because to use combat drones effectively, you have to use guerrilla warfare tactics, which is only viable for a small, underpowered force such as the Ukrainian military.
and because how successful Ukraine's been, the rest of the West went, we need to figure out a way to stop that,
Yeah,
and then develop technologies to stop that. So therefore, drones are no longer effective anymore.
exactly. Unless you're working against an outdated military force like Russia.
Yes.
Driving forward advanced manufacturing production in places like Glasgow, in Derby, and in Newport.
I'm sorry, you're gonna what?
Advanced manufacturing processes in Glasgow.
Have you ever been to Glasgow, love?
The Detroit of the British Isles.
Like, I hate talking bad about my people, but have you ever been to Glasgow, love?
I don't think she has.
We don't. Glasgow doesn't have cunts with the intelligence required to build a drone. Frankly, I don't think there are cunts in Glasgow with enough brain cells to fly a fucking drone.
Probably
They're all too busy being smacked out of their nap.
so pick Glasgow, right? Which is basically the Detroit of the British Isles.
Straight out.
Right? You got Derby, which is the New Orleans of the British Isles.
No, Derby's too posh to be New Orleans. It's the
There's got no in manufacturing industry in
it's the Newport of the British Isles.
And then pick Newport, which is technically it was a naval port. Hence, was.
Yes.
It's now basically a museum with some aging fucking dockyard on it, which would cost more than the military budget combined to bring back up to standards.
Yes.
Whereas Newcastle Naval Yards are still functional.
Yes. Barely functional, but functional.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much to get them back to pristine condition
Yes.
compared to trying using fucking Newport.
You want to have pets, is that why I'm hearing you whinge?
Creating demand for highly skilled engineers and scientists, and delivering new business opportunities for UK tech firms and startups. We will establish a protected budget of £400 million within the Ministry of Defence, a budget that will rise over time for UK defence innovation, with a clear...
Hang on, how much?
What?
A 400 million protective budget.
No,
We'll establish a protected budget of £400 million within the Ministry of Defence, a budget that will rise over time for UK defence innovation, with a clear mandate to bring innovative technology to the front line at speed.
No, you idiot. No. You don't know what you've just done.
Well, that's 400 quid wasted on R&D.
400 billion. It's
400 million.
So much worse than you think it is. Because that's a 400 billion protected budget.
400 million protected budget.
400 million. That's still so much worse than you think it is.
Yeah, it means no one's going to... It's going to be wasted, no one's going to touch it either.
Exactly. Like, even after the war is over, because it's now... It'll be a protected budget. 400 million will be the minimum budget to be given...
For R&D.
For defence. Literally forever.
Yeah.
Like, you spanner. She's done it. She's actually done it. She's crippled the British economy forever. We will never bounce back from that. Oh my god, she's Margaret Thatcher does. Fuck sake. Swear to God, somebody needs to fucking go down to Downing Street and get some cunts to help to give their fucking heads a wobble, like. No.
I need to look at something for a second.
What is it?
I'm thinking it might be high.
Mm-hmm.
But from the Daily Mail, does that say vampire bomber drone?
Yes, that says the vampire bomber drone.
What the fuck is a vampire bomber drone?
A vampire is a class of drone. Model, sorry.
Alright.
Like the old vampire jet.
Yeah.
All vampires are jets, but not all jets are vampires. Same kind of an idea. It's a model and classification.
So, it's...
If I remember right, they're called vampire drones because they're high speed, use thermal vision instead of night vision, and if I remember rightly, they use the same weaponry caliber as the vampire jet used to. I believe it's 13mm autocannons. Miniature autocannons, obviously, but still.
Oh, not that bullshit again.
Much flavour.
Well, you know the US...
Oh, the F-35 kill switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I can pull the F-35 out of NATO.
Yeah.
And no one cares.
Yeah, because it's, again, outdated. No, that's not allowed. That's a crime.
What's that?
Fucking number 2, line 3. Other side of number 2, sorry.
That?
Yeah. No, that's not allowed. It's a crime. That is against the law.
Oh, the uranomath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You leave a 1 urinal space minimum. Unless it's quiet, then you do a 2 urinal space.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, it seems that the world's going to shit.
Yeah, you get used to it. First time?
No, it's not my first time, but...
Fucking... It's like that meme from fucking... It's like from the D&D movie with the guy about to be hung, he just looks at another dude like, what, first time?
Yeah.
That's your first execution, buddy. He's like, is this not yours? It's like, no.
I got 2 more than you get my free stamp. I got a free coffee.
Okay. Survive 6 executions, get you 7 for half price.
For a free bagel. You know, by the time you get to the 3rd execution, there'll be budget for your final meal at this point. I wish I was drunk. There was literally a guy who survived being hanged like 4 times.
Yes, there is.
Yes,
There's several, actually.
Got like such a strong fucking neck muscle that it just didn't do fuck all. He was like hanged like, yeah.
Yeah, there's several people who survived it.
Anyway, what I was going to talk to you, I was going to talk about.
Okay.
Right, it's an old story, but it's quite an interesting one.
Okay.
Do you ever hear about the Korean stone lung disease?
No.
This is happened.
I'm not 100% convinced I'm going to give a shit, but continue.
You're probably up with an interesting story anyway. But
It
anyways,
involves a disease in Korea a long time ago. I doubt it, but
2000s it started out,
yeah, so a long time ago.
right?
That was 7 lifetimes ago, gamer. I've been on front lines since then. Like I'm not sure I'm gonna care. Like,
So you don't want to hear about it, do you?
not necessarily. I'm not familiar with the story, but you're not selling it to me.
Essentially, what the story worked is a doctor at a Korean ER was having
What?
a doctor at a Korean ER
Korean ER, right? Okay.
had a lot of newborn babies coming in with their lungs turned into actual stone,
Right.
and this was going on for a good 10 years, and no one could figure out the cause.
You'll excuse me if I struggle to believe that.
The whole documentary on it, there's a lot of paper actually about because there's a massive.
In fairness, Fatmanty, there's entire documentaries about the life of Jesus Christ, and I don't believe that either.
Well, the problem is with this one, there's actually
just because we make a film about it.
well, there's actually court paperwork because 3 companies got sued over this.
Still, I've literally never heard of any kind of way to turn a person's lung into stone.
Oh, hang on.
Like, you'll forgive me if I describe that as some Merlin shit.
No, hang on. Right. So, over the time, we tried to figure out what's going on, and what they found out was in Korea, because the way the weather works, every house has air purifiers or air humidifiers type thing.
Yeah.
Now, if you've ever had one, you know the fact you need to clean it up regularly.
Yes.
Now, what happened was the government recommended a disinfectant for your humidifier. Right? Now, the bottle this recommended was you just put the detergent into the water of the humidifier and just turn the humidifier on. Instead of let it washing it out, we just drop a few drops in, let it run, and it automatically purified the water as it came out the mist.
That is what you're supposed to do, but you're supposed to do it outside.
Right? They didn't because it was all safe to use indoors and automatically straight away.
No, you're supposed to do it outdoors.
Right? So, the parents, not knowing any of this, would put the chemicals in, turn the fryer on because the newborn baby there, because where the air is dry, they put the baby near the humidifier. The chemical in it was what's causing the lungs to turn to stone.
Again, you forgive me if I continue to not believe that, because that's not how any disinfectant I'm aware of works at all.
Well, this is where it gets interesting. The original chemical, which is the active agent in this disinfectant, right, was originally designed as a chemical biological war agent that was then sold off to another company.
Still wouldn't be able to turn a person's lungs into stone, but
Well, it did.
Again, you'll forgive me if I don't believe that. The closest I would be willing to believe is it like the chemicals were basically burning the lungs and causing calluses to form. Calluses that were so thick and strong that it created the appearance of stone. That is the furthest I'd be willing to believe.
No, it actually hardened the tissue of the lungs.
Yes, that's what a callus is. It's basically hardened tissue.
No, like rock hard, like literally rock hard.
Yes, have you ever had a callus?
Yes, several. What my feet?
You'll know exactly what I mean then when I say the furthest I want to believe here is it caused callousing on the lungs, not it changed fucking flesh into biologically a stone.
Well, I don't think I meant it to be
I suspect the statement of it turned baby lungs into stone, maybe hyperbolic at best. Because there is not a chemical I'm aware of that has the capability to literally turn flesh to stone.
I do believe they want to cause overcalcification.
Correct, but that still doesn't turn it to stone. The closest you can get to turning flesh to stone would be to like insta-freeze it using liquid nitrogen. And even that doesn't turn it to stone.
Anyway, the whole law starts reviewed, and where one company tried to defend itself was saying, well, you didn't say we couldn't use it around humans to breathe in. Mm-hmm. And one goes, yes, we did. It's literally written on the fucking label and we sold it to you.
Yes.
But you said only if they ate it. Didn't say about breathing it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing, moron.
Yeah, it's just not for consumption.
Yeah, but they thought it was only purely. That's try using cause of defense. Is we have purely instead for eating it. Because even the judge in Korea and Britain, because coke in both areas, was looking at it going, "Are you idiots?"
Why was it in Britain?
Because the original manufacturer of the chemical was a British company.
Fair.
That sold it to a Korean company. That Korean company then sold it to the company that made the detergent, mm-hmm. which was one the government recommended.
Nah, it's still nah. Nah. Just nah. After the bit of the story of it was turning people's lungs to stone, it's like, nah, I don't believe a word out of this story anymore.
All corporate works exist for it.
Yeah, nah, that doesn't mean shit to me at this point.
So the actual court records don't mean shit to you?
Correct. Gamer, there's court records that supposedly prove aliens fucking exist. If we have court records for that bullshit, I don't trust anything written down anymore.
Fair enough, it's up to you to believe or not, but the court case and the massive payment was handed out for it.
Yeah, again, there's court paperwork being handed out that's supposed to prove aliens exist because one guy was legally declared a fucking alien.
Which one do you know about that one?
There's a guy from, if I remember rightly, it's Massachusetts, who managed to convince an American court that he's legally an alien. And there's a bunch of dickheads that are like online that are like, see, this proves that there are actually aliens that live among us because the fucking American courts had the exact paperwork already made up for this exact scenario. And it's like, no. The American court got sick of a guy's bullshit and placated him. Because I've seen the paperwork like they put through for him. They just repurposed the fucking, like the ethnicity claim fucking paperwork. They made a modification to that.
Yeah, that was the video I watched for documentary.
Yeah, still doesn't mean much to me.
Yeah, 2009, whole thing started.
Nah. Again, like, it turned people's lungs to stone. I continue to I'm just gonna press X forever towards all of Korea on that particular story. Because, no, it fucking didn't. That is biologically not doable. Yet. We don't have the technology to turn a motherfucker's flesh into stone because, spoiler, we're not Hydras. Not Hydras, the other one. Hydras were the fucking big snake bastards, the one with snakes as hair. What's her face was Medusa was one of them.
You about Gorgons? About Gorgons?
That's the one. Yeah, Gorgons. That's the one.
Gorgons and basilisks usually what turn to stone with petrification vision.
I get them and basilisks mixed up quite frequently because snakes are involved.
Yeah, basilisk is the giant snake. The Gorgon is the woman with like snake tail and
the
snake hairs and that type of stuff.
The Hydra's the three-headed snake that you cut one head off, it turns into more.
Yes.
There's a lot of snakes in Greek mythology. I get them fucking confused a lot.
That's because of the fall of Athena.
It's mainly just because there was a lot of snakes in Greece, and snakes are fucking dangerous and interesting.
No, if you go for the power of Athena's god story, is she was originally the queen of the gods. Mm-hmm. Right, when Zeus was cutting about a bit. Under the name of Meredith.
See, I just prefer the entomological reasons for why mythologies spring up. And like the real world events that inspired her. Inspired reasonings behind a lot of mythologies. And again, the reason Greek mythology in particular has so many snakes in it is because Greece has a lot of snakes, and they're a lot dangerous.
Also,
By European snake standards, they're fucking dangerous snakes.
Snakes didn't represent the Earth Mother, which you mean fertility.
Yes.
But when the Greek pantheon came into popularity, the Gaia religions basically got blasted for being like, cultish by the Greeks, and therefore snakes then denounced as evil beings.
Which, to be fair, ironic given the whole Delphi situation.
Yeah. Now, because originally,
Because let's be fair, the oracles were just a massive cult.
like the Lamias and that type of stuff, originally classified as goddesses, and good luck to find one. Where the Greeks then denigrate them down to like the Medusas who just preyed on and turned men to stone for some reason which no one can ever figure out.
I've always taken it as like a metaphor for the fear that would be stricken into a man if you were to come across a large poisonous snake. If you came across like a fucking 45-foot highly poisonous snake,
I think
you'd be hit with fight or flight of and you'd literally turn.
the main snake in Greece was like the viper, wasn't it? It was a viper,
I believe it is a viper is more than.
and they're basically a paralytic poison.
Yeah.
So yeah, turn the stone like Beppe was like slock up and just fall down. Would like theoretically turn man to stone.
And also again the fight or flight response you'd have beforehand of that brief like 2-second pause of the fuck do I do about that bastard? Because you harden up, you go, what the fuck is that? It's a snake. And then you decide if you're gonna run away or fight it or not. You know.
Yeah.
I've always accredited it more to that fight or flight response towards snakes in general versus the paralytic effects of the viper.
I don't know. I think I'm more like paralytic effect because even like fight, a snake in general is not a threatening thing to most humans. Even back then, because we common current.
Not to most humans who are used to snakes.
If you live in a
Like if
country
you
with,
grew up surrounded by snakes that are not that dangerous. Snakes in general ain't gonna fuck with you. If you're used to highly dangerous snakes, or you're just not used to snakes, every time you see a snake dangerous or not, you're gonna lock up a little like, do I need to be worried right now?
yeah, but Greece had so many snakes. I don't think it would be that much of a fight or
A
flight.
majority of Greece's snakes are highly fucking vet.
Yeah, I mean, then though, most farmers would know how to deal with it. Like, yeah, fuck off. You know?
No, the Greeks dodge their snakes like they're the fucking plague carriers, because almost all of them will kill you. They have no chill to those Greek snakes. They will just kill your ass. They don't give a shit. They don't even care if they can eat you or not. They will kill you on principle alone. They are dangerous fucking animals.
Just murky for no reason.
Yeah, and I like snakes, and even I say the Greek ones have no goddamn chill, and you should be scared of them. And again, I like snakes. I think snakes are awesome. I wouldn't own a Greek one, because almost every snake in Greece will kill your ass. The only ones that don't are non-venomous and tiny. Damn near invisible.
Let's see what we're going to bring up.
Which doesn't help either, because all the ones that are dangerous are also damn near invisible. Not because of their size, but because they've evolved to have near perfect camouflage into Greek grass. Because fuck you and everyone you've ever known. Don't venture into the tall grasses. There'll be snakes about that'll eat your dick. Which is why I've always wagered that Greek and its dangerous snakes are the reason that Ekans exist in Pokemon, and you've got to dodge the tall grass until you get your own Pokemon. Because Pokemon is secretly set in Greece.
I'm trying to think what we'll look at.
Because think about it, just like in Greece, never fucking rains in Pokemon, does it? Only time it rains in Pokemon is if a Blastoise is fucking about. That sounds like Greece to me. Thank you for attending my TED Talk on Pokemon and the lies of the Kanto region.
What have a look at? I mean, Joyce is about to go to jail pretty much now.
Who?
Johnny Smalley. The twat who went to like Asia and said to be a twat.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's on his fourth court case now. He's been found guilty of all of them.
But I mean, yeah, he literally filmed himself doing them, so like, yeah, obviously he was gonna get found guilty.
And the one everyone's waiting for is the one about the comfort women. That one, because that's like what the biggest one.
That's like the egregious one.
That's one going to get most fucked on, I think, when that goes to court. And that.
Like, gamer fucked up there.
What if it's memes, maybe?
No, not tonight. Not tonight.
What are you feeling then?
I just fuck it. We'll just skip doing a video. We just chat shit. Fuck it. Do a gentle one for a change.
I mean, generally, it's. I know the new game catalog got released, like for the new archives. Like what's coming out this year?
All right, yeah.
The
game release reports.
the trailers type
Yeah.
stuff. The early trailers got released this.
I think a couple of like release documents have been put out as well for announcements as well. I've
Yes.
not read any of them yet or looked at the trailers, but I know they're out.
I know Xbox. I've seen that one. Has released a new console out
Yeah, Xbox has announced their new account
for 2007,
Yeah, 2027.
and you basically who was this?
No, I've not been paying that much attention. I just know
It's basically
coming
a
along.
custom build PC optimized for TV. Is what they're claiming.
Sounds about right for Xbox these days.
It was essentially just a micro PC
Yes,
which runs a basic version of Windows.
yes. Which, to be fair, like consoles in general are already just a micro PC. Let's be completely fair.
Yeah, basically it's going to be something similar to the Xbox, which runs Windows OS,
Yes.
which was dog shit when it was first invented, and it's still dog shit now. And that. And basically allows you to run not just the Xbox library, but also like Epic Games.
Yeah, you could run like Steam,
apps.
Epic Games, things like that.
Because basically Xbox has done this purely for the simple reason is PlayStation won't give them any of their exclusives yet.
Yes, but they do release a few of them onto Steam, so.
Yeah, and that's what the Xbox is doing it for.
Yeah, because like,
Essentially.
Xbox is still kind of pissed off that they can't get Helldivers through as well. If we just have Steam compatibility, we can just play the game through Steam.
Yeah, that's basically
And
what
like PlayStation hadn't got the balls to piss off the entire Helldivers community again,
Yeah.
because they know they'll just riot this time.
That's essentially what Xbox is doing, which is both ingenious and scummy at the same time.
To be fair, I would say it's scummy, but I genuinely like it. I genuinely like the idea.
I don't like the idea of like a custom platform, but also I think game companies should be allowed to have exclusive titles.
I don't. I've always disagreed with it. I've always disagreed with platform exclusivity because it causes this elitism bullshit we've been seeing. The elitism bullshit has been prevalent since the fucking 1990s. I play Nintendo GameCube, which is better. Oh, I part of the PC Master Race.
Admittedly, GameCube was a damn good.
Look at me touch myself to my anime girls. You know who else touches herself to anime girls? My mom. Those fucking dickheads, you know, like.
You are literally a PC gamer though.
See, but I'm also a console gamer. Like I play video games in general. I enjoy all platforms and all games. I'm not one of these dickheads that goes around going, I play on PC because PC is so much better. It's like, no, I play on a PC because I do a lot of work on PC. I happen to own a PC anyway, and sometimes I can't be fucked swapping a HDMI cable. So I buy games on my PC as well to play them.
That's a fair point.
You know, there's plenty of games that I play that I prefer playing on console. Simply because, like in my particular case, they work better on the console.
I will admit, like for FSPs, although technically Steam has like controller compatibility.
Yeah, it's not great controller support.
They're always that kind of like a little bit of like not quite. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
It's not quite as
Optimized.
smooth as it could be all the time.
Yeah, it's not quite optimized for it.
Some of them work fucking brilliantly. Other games is like you got like hella input delay and it's really annoying. Like
Yeah, whereas the place where you've got to optimize for console only, the input delay is minimal at best.
yeah,
Like the new Final Fantasy, Rebirth. Right, essentially it's a hack and slash with some like aspects of a old style Final Fantasy game in it,
yes,
which is fine for console based where you got a controller.
yes.
For a PC format where it's
I don't know, you say like I know where you're gonna go with this. Like, it's not gonna work.
no, it's not going to play it on PC.
I played the shit out of Devil May Cry on PC, and that game's fucking great fun on a keyboard. It's mostly fun because it's kind of tricky, but it's also kind of smooth at the same time. Like,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I played both on PC recently, and with the control setup as well, which did work.
yes.
But again, the games seem to be designed more optimized for the console rather than for the PC format. Because still that little bit of like a delay now and then kicks in a bit,
Yeah.
and because with some of the buttons, like system works.
Actually, you'd probably find that happening on console anyway, to be fair. Like, it's probably a stutter issue than anything else.
Again, the Rebirth was pre-made for the PlayStation 5 and the 4, so
Yeah. So it'll be like a stutter issue.
and so like I say, I think some games work brilliantly on PC as a build.
Yes.
You know, RTS games in particular, I think work
Oh, yeah, like
brilliant.
RTS games and like strategy games in general tend to be like better to play on PC just because you've got more buttons to work with.
Yes.
You know, you got more space to use your hands. You know, to get shit done.
And like some games have quite a lot of technical information, like Divinity.
Yeah, or like Stellaris. Or,
There's a lot of menus you got to dig through,
Yeah.
and having a very limited control map
just
kinda
it makes that a bigger pain in the arse.
hinders you. Where if it's like Call of Duty, it's a realistic like 5 buttons you have to worry about,
Exactly. You know, like.
and that's perfectly brilliant for. Which I think was better on console because again, there's not much shit in the background with PCS because it's worried about processing.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, you got a machine built solely to process what that game needs it to process.
Yeah.
You know, like, no, I genuinely do like this, like the Windows OS idea with Xbox, cause for me, as like someone who I like Xbox, but I'm not big on Xbox at the same time.
Yeah.
It would fix a lot of the problems I have with Xbox as a console. You know, like it would massively improve the amount of like customization I could do to my Xbox.
Yes.
You know, like from a software perspective. You know, like it. You know, like they've said in our planning, like it basically triples the amount of games I can play on the console.
Yes.
You know, like it also means like because this is something that bugs me a lot with console gaming. Is like if I buy a game on Steam, I can't always transfer that to my console to play later.
Yeah.
You know, like there's especially if it's an EA game. Fuck you, EA. Like
Yeah, I know without EA because you buy
yeah,
it on Steam.
if you buy a game on like EA Play, if like for your computer, you have to buy it again if you want to play it on like fucking PlayStation or Xbox, and that's bullshit. I paid my $60. Give me me fucking video.
So
game,
I've got a Mass
Alex.
Effect on my PlayStation. I've got Mass Effect on PC.
Yeah.
Right now, although EA links my Mass Effect to the EA app,
Yes.
it doesn't recognise an EA purchase.
Yes.
Right, so even if I bought EA Play again and I used to replace it, I couldn't then transfer that data over to a new PlayStation
Yes.
at all.
It's so fucking stupid.
And even some of the games I bought on Steam, which are EA games,
Yeah.
because I think there's a couple I bought, the EA app doesn't recognise them as EA games.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because I haven't bought them, because the Dragon Ages are EA games. Now the EA app does recognise them because I bought one on GOG and one on.
Yeah. To be fair, for that, you got to manually add them to your library.
I've tried, it won't let me.
I'll try and sort it for you later.
And I think I bought one on EA itself. I think Dragon Age 2 I bought on EA and Dragon Age 1 I bought on GOG because I messed up myself.
I was gonna say like because I remember you complaining about the one that like disappeared on your EA library. They changed how the EA library works and it's just harder to find your uninstalled shit. You know, but it's like having like the Xbox run on Windows. I mean, I can just install EA Play on my Xbox. You know, and fucking play my EA games.
Yes.
You know, rather than having to buy them again because
No, it's.
you know, if I've been feeling like playing The Sims, but I don't want to swap my HDMI over, so I'm like, oh, I'll just play it on PS4. I can't do that unless I want to spend $300 fucking again.
I
It's
understand.
like, no, I refuse to spend that much fucking money twice on the same goddamn game.
I understand what Xbox is doing. Xbox is basically trying to dominate the game market by simply saying, well, all you need is now our console and you can do everything you do in the other ones.
See, I argue that's not necessarily what they're maybe aiming to do, or like trying to do, but I argue that it could be the result of what they're gonna do. But I think the intention is more to break down the barriers between like the different gaming divisions, so to speak. You know, like get rid of this bullshit, this elitism bullshit of like, oh, I'm an Xbox player, I'm a PC player, and I'm better. I play PlayStation. I play on Switch. Fuck off, no one cares. You know, like breaking down that elitism bullshit that separates.
I do like Switch with credibility. Oh, Switch gamers are elite gamers. Like, no, just go back your corner.
Yeah, I've played Fortnite on the Switch. No, the fuck you are not. Like, you were a bunch of fucking tools. I swear to God.
He's a new Mario game. Just fuck off back in the corner and stay there.
Like, I swear to God, my the highest rank I ever hit in Fortnite on PlayStation was gold.
Yeah.
Do you know what my highest rank was on fucking Fortnite on Switch?
Platinum.
Platinum, yeah. Literally a full 3 tiers higher.
Yeah.
In fucking rank on Fortnite fucking Switch. Because Fortnite Switch is the only version of Fortnite where you can play ranked with crossplay turned off.
Yes.
So I just turned off the crossplay and played against other people on Switch.
Because
most of whom are like 10.
Because the reason I was panicking, because that was the reason, like, the average Switch player is like 13 or under. Mm-hmm. So therefore they didn't want them to be trolled by the adults, like, then don't play Fortnite.
Yeah. You know, and it's like, yeah, what about the adults who own a Switch and play Fortnite though? Like I did for a while.
Yeah.
Because it was the only fucking console I had on hand for a good couple months, so I just played Fortnite and that was like some of my buddies. And we'd just hop into rank and I'd just bully 10-year-olds who were locked to Switch only because they had parental locks turned on.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's fucking stupid. I think they've since patched that, so like you now have to have crossplay turned on to play some like Switch ranked, but still, I'm about 6% certain I'm the reason for it, but still. Because I got a lot of fucking HR complaints put against me like on Epic Games for that shit, but...
Yeah, that's what Xbox is trying to do. But again, though, from my perspective, I like the idea of like having different consoles that did different things. Like, if like...
I don't... I prefer the idea of having... Cause especially with like FPS games. Like... Because I would argue I'm the resident expert on FPS games here. Like, on the show. Like... I genuinely will argue that FPS games work brilliant on both console and PC for like different reasons.
Yeah.
You know, like on PC, FPS games work better because I find it personally easier to aim with a mouse. Mm-hmm. I can get more accurate shots in. However, it also works really well on console because you've got the small controller. Like it's harder to get confused on what button's grenade again. You know, it becomes muscle memory and instinct of, right, you know, like fucking right hand pointing finger, grenade.
Yes.
Right hand middle finger, shoot bad guy. Left hand middle finger, aim. Left hand fucking pointing finger, smoke grenade.
See, to me, I would also say that other consoles, Xbox was set up more for first person shooting, especially competitive first person shooting, than the PlayStation was.
That's I do agree. Like up till I guess like the newer console generations, like you had that kind of system going of like, okay, if you want to play these kinds of games, go with Xbox. Like these days, that's just not there. It's I genuinely disagree. It's like that.
It's getting
pretty much every game's available everywhere. It's more there's more a difference in what the community are like in terms of personality.
I mean, the PC is basically generally designed as a one-stop duo type job, right? But it requires constant maintenance.
Yes.
To do that, which is fair enough, but it's cost-effective compared to a console.
I disagree. For example, with the PlayStation 4, right? When the PlayStation 4 came out, you pay like what, $400. You get 4 years.
I was on about the PC to be more expensive. Not the other way around.
Right, okay, sorry. I thought you'd said like the PC is more cost effective.
No, I was going to say PlayStation. The console's more cost effective.
Sorry, no, I'm with you. Sorry, I misheard.
Of things. I think PC generally overall is a better gaming platform because it allows you to more customization options, but it's a more expensive way of doing it.
I argue that doesn't make it a better gaming platform though. Like, I argue like PC is a more enjoyable experience because you have that customization, but it doesn't make it better at doing games. It doesn't make it better for gaming. It just makes it better for customizing.
Yes, whereas the consoles,
you can make your computer look prettier than you can make an Xbox look, but that has no bearing on enjoyment of the game.
Whereas consoles are basically plug and play items, and that which are good for those who don't really have space to build a PC rig up, or have the money or the know-how to constantly maintain it.
Yes.
You know, you
Which
buy
is
it.
A lot of people, because let's be fair, computing science is fucking complicated sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, working out the fucking wattage just for my graphics card alone is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I blew a motherboard and a freaking power unit out last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Before I learned my lesson on that.
Yeah. Like,
which is a £200 mistake.
Yeah.
You know, where PlayStation, click, done, away.
Yeah, like you only have those like fucking expensive mistakes with PlayStation. You start getting into like console modding, which you shouldn't.
Yes.
You know, because it A, violates your warranty, and B, is against terms of services on most consoles. However, like,
Yeah.
you know, or like if you make the even worse decision to get into like old consoles and jailbreaking them. You know, like jailbreaking Xbox 360s, which, don't get me wrong, good fun to do, but
Again, highly illegal.
goes against your terms. It's not illegal actually, but it does go against terms of service. No, that console can and will be.
Now again,
banned
I
from
haven't
online
played
services,
PS5 and haven't played the Xbox, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, the
bread box.
XS, Series XS.
Yeah, the bread box thing they've sent out. I haven't played either of those yet, so I don't know. I can't make a decision on those.
Yeah, I've not played on a PS5, but I've got some friends that have. I have played a Series X though.
I've told a few people that have played on the PlayStation and on the Series X because I Ghost had it before he moved fully to PC.
Yeah.
But again, he plays like heavily into the Call of Duty, the first person shooter with the mouse, which he prefers over consoles at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I do prefer like the mouse for aiming in like most like first-person shooter games, but at the same time,
Yeah.
like a lot, especially like more modern FPS games, I would rather play on a controller. Just because I'm not gonna get, you know, like stressed out in the middle of a firefight. What's my grenade button again? It's, you know, it's instinct. It's there. You know, it's the move of a finger. I know exactly where that button is because that finger will never move from there.
Now,
But on keyboard and mouse, you're constantly moving. Where your hands are, you might, you know, like you go over to like fucking F to hit your grenade button. You come back to WASD and you miss, and you're now pressing E to run forward, and you're not moving. You're confused.
Yeah,
Like,
don't worry.
take your eye off the screen.
There's a few times I was
That's
like,
the problem. There's W, and I've been shot in the
with my particular one, like when you try like you shift to run, you can control for crouch.
Yeah, see that I don't mind. I'm so used
So
to
you
doing
pick-
like shift control on like for like sprint and crouch.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. I don't
It's
fuck that up.
I used to
but-
be getting back tricks, like, trying to bend my little finger around to.
I'm so
hit
used
the
to it. Like
buttons.
I've got, you can see that I've got great fucking pinky finger flexibility.
You know, mine's not too bad. Just getting used to it again as the
I
feeling.
can bring it like right down to here before I start feeling any kind of like muscle strain.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a lot further than I have to go to hit shift or control. This is like I could hit Alt and spacebar at the same time with my pinky.
That's where mine goes for soft and straight on it.
You know, like that's the kind of angle I can do here without like fucking pressure support.
The left hand best for it. So
That's the hand I use on with SAD.
there, that's where mine sits.
You know, like if I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm cheating because I have height mobility, but still, like I can.
That's my ability.
You know, like I can. Look at that crescent curve. Look at that.
You know, and it's wrong.
Like if I put my whole arm weight into my hand, I mean, like look at that bend, Fat Manty. Look what I can do with my fingers. Look at my freaky body. Yeah, see, I'm at a way more severe angle. There's a full crescent curve going on here.
Now, what I used to say is when I used to, the Xbox, the PS4 and the Xbox One, I believe the console, the computer, is for rendering speed on like high rendering games like Horizon Zero Dawn, that type of stuff.
Yes.
The PlayStation 4 was much better
Yes.
at that kind of rendering. At fast-paced rendering for like FSPs, again, the Xbox One was slightly better at it.
See, I've heard people say that, but I disagree. I especially with Call of Duty, I found the Xbox and the PlayStation were on par with each other. I never found a difference between the two consoles playing Call of Duty.
I noticed a difference between the two.
I never did. Like, I played a shit ton of like Modern Warfare 1, 2, and Cold War on both Xbox X and PlayStation 4, and I never found a difference.
I mean, my
between the two.
reason why I moved more back towards PC gaming is I like the idea of having my dual monitors where I can play one game of one, have the other monitor doing random bullshit in the background,
Yeah.
and not worried about resource consumption too much on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now, I don't remember the Xbox tried to do that once with, I think it was the Xbox One when it first came out.
Yeah. You
And
can still do it with like the Series X and S. It still has dual monitor support. You can still do it. Like it's.
Yeah, this didn't work very well on the Xbox One.
It actually does work quite well now.
Not the
Like
first,
even
in the first
even
generation.
if you go back and use like the old Xbox One X and S, like it works quite well now. Actually, they did a lot of update work on it. It's quite fucking useful.
That's my main thing that I do like about PC. Allow me like more monitors to do what I want with to play, like space to play about with.
Yeah.
Again, that's more of an customization option externally to those games than
Exactly.
anything else. But it's how I like to run. Like say, I can play again and watch like videos and stuff on the screen because my brain.
See, I'm not able to do that. Like I can play a game and like listen to music, or I can play a game and like have a conversation. I can do that. Like I couldn't like watch a YouTube video of playing a game.
I can.
Because like both require visual input. Like for me to like process them, like I'd require visual from both, and it's like I can't have two visual streams.
I can imagine fairly easy. Same with separate audios as well.
See, separate audio I'm fine with, and like separate video and audio. I could be like, again, like playing a game and like listening to like a podcast about something and like take in both equally.
Yeah.
That's doable to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or like I could have a conversation about listening to music. I can do that. You know, like if I was like wearing like headphones, like uncovered one ear to talk chat, like I'd have to pause the music.
Yeah.
Like if we were on like Discord and I had Spotify running, I'd just turn down the volume of my Spotify a little bit and turn up the volume of Discord a little bit.
Yeah.
I can take in both audio streams like quite easily. You know, whereas like video, like I can't, because I'm not fucking cross-eyed. I can't have one eye on this screen, the other eye on that screen, taking like video game, taking video about topic. Like, I can't fucking do that. It's like I need both eyes.
See, part of this
on the primary topic here. And
part of this is skill from when you're starting to drive. Is when you're driving, like, you gotta like keep flashing over towards your side mirror.
See that I can do quite easily because it's a quick.
Yes.
You know, it's a quick. You know, look to get input. You know, look back, corroborate input data. I can do that really easily. That's perfectly fine. Because like it's not a case of like hold attention, like while like also gaining attention onto a different. It's like holding attention. Okay, briefly and quickly move attention from area A to area B. Take in data quickly, move back. Very quick, very easy.
Also,
I can do that.
I've got very good peripheral vision as well.
See, I don't. My peripheral lens about here.
Mine's, if I'm looking straight forward, I can pretty much see about there.
Yeah, I can. Furthest I can do is about here. Like that's as far as I've gone.
Yeah,
for
mine's.
peripheral.
Hang on.
You know, like if I'm looking straight forward, it's like there.
Hang on. Where's my cigarette now? Because that's about ends of my peripheral vision. Is where my cigarette is now.
That is about here.
So yeah, I've got like a good 140 degree peripheral vision.
Yeah, I've got like 90.
Which allows me to, when I'm sitting there playing the PC, it allows me to quickly gather from constantly.
Yeah, I've got like maybe 90.
Yeah.
Like I said, mine stops about here. You know, like I like, and in fairness, I ain't got great eyesight in general, to be fair, but
I do, but my eyesight is great for a very stupid reason.
see, my eyesight's only really like useful at like really long distances or really short distances.
Cause I got one of my eyes is damaged from having a laser pen shot on it. My other eye compensates in a very weird way, which allows both eyes open, allows pretty much, I think it was like 20/40 vision.
Yeah, see, I used to have really good eyesight. I used to have like fucking like just shy of 20/20.
Yeah.
I used to have like really good eyesight, and then I got Bell's palsy in one eye, and then like said eye that I got blinded in again by a dog, and it's like I
think this
can't
one
see
was got
shit.
things with everything's eyes slightly fuzzy. And
Yeah, like I'm saying, my right eye, it's like just everything's fucked. Like if I just close and like only use my right eye, everything's out of focus. Whereas with my left eye, things like way more clear. With both eyes open, things just look how they've always looked to me.
Yes.
But like if I only work with my right eye, which is a problem for me sometimes because I like my right eye is my dominant eye.
Yeah.
And it's the damaged eye.
If we don't eyes.
You know, like I aim with my right eye, for example. You know, like it's taken a lot of work for me to like get back at like being good at aiming a fucking gun. You know, like
Everyone with don't eyes. We say lazy and just drop one eye.
yeah.
One that drops closed easiest is your left dominant eye. Mine's your left. So I close that all down to that.
Yeah.
And still function fairly well.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, to be fair, I can like function fairly well with like either eye closed because I've spent time being blind in my dominant eye.
Yeah.
I think I've got a full year total now being blind in my right eye. You know, like my left eye's like the less dominant eye, so I can just close it.
Difference
And
is
be fine. Like,
when this one closes, you can see there's almost tension on your eye.
Yeah.
It's closed. When we close this one, you can see the.
and that's it. Both I can close without any muscle tension because my body's used to both. Not like seeing at certain times in my life, like it's.
Oh.
You know, like again, if it was gonna aim rifle, I'd naturally kind of squint up my left eye because it's the non-dominant eye, not really giving me valuable info. Whereas my right eye's doing like the actual work. You know, it's like my body can kind of function blind in the left eye just on instinct from that, and then again, like a full year of experience wearing a fucking eye patch over my right eye, with a 1 year gap between the two instances. It's, you know.
I spent a good 6 months with an eye patch on my left eye because of like.
I spent a full year.
With floppy eye syndrome.
No, I did 6 months because of Bell's palsy. That fucked off. I fixed that, and I did a month, and then I was playing with my dog, and my dog bit me on the fucking eyebrow. He was like fucking like 8 weeks old, in fairness. Like, he was just excited. Bit me by mistake, and the bite got infected, so I wound up having to wear an eye patch again over the same eye, and it's like fucking bollocks. And then like I wore that for 6 months again till that infection cleared up, and like sunlight didn't kill my retinas. It was hell. It got to the point where like my mum's friend Deborah genuinely started buying me eye patches every couple of months just to be a prick.
Oh, make a break. There's a new game out. See, I'm trying to find new games to play, and I've gone through the Steam library several times at this point.
Yeah.
And nothing's catching my eye to say, yeah, I want to fuck money out to play this.
Yeah.
At the moment.
But I mean, it depends on like what you're looking for realistically.
Again, that's the point. I don't fully know myself.
Yeah, I mean, like you want like an RPG strategy game, like.
I've got strategy games like all the Crown of Conquest go through yet. But those are the type of games where I sit down when I'm brain dead.
Yeah.
Playing that time, or if I want a really intense strategy, it's very specific situation for those.
Yeah.
I just got the first bit. I got that Industria. I just finished off. Which, don't get wrong, the story of Industria was brilliant up till the end of it, and it pissed me off.
Yeah, to be fair, you get that a lot with indie games these days. Of like the start, like the opening and middle ground are great, and then the ending is just bollocks.
I think there was like no major boss fight, nothing like that. You expect to like have at the end of the game to like concrete your experience together. It was just like you walk to the church, and they just ended with like, a random bullshit speech from your supposed husband that went missing.
Yeah.
Then everything just cuts to black.
Which, to be fair, I don't mind that so much myself. Like a lot of games I've really enjoyed have had more like gentle endings like that.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, the ending of Shadow of Colossus is one of my favourite examples of that. Of just, haha, you got fucked.
But again, Shadow of Colossus is just one game of like every fight you have is a boss fight technically.
True, you know, but like I really liked that low down ending of just like, yeah, it turns out you were fucked. Haha.
Yeah, it was a cruel ending, that one.
It really is a cruel ending.
You want to
it's
save
also fucking funny to me.
Do you want to save your sister? Fight these big beasts that roam the wastelands.
Yeah.
Okay. Tough shit, mate.
We lied. Haha. You're now a demigod of destruction. Get fucked. You know, I genuinely enjoyed that ending to Shadow of Colossus. I think it was quite fun. You know, like I've never had personally a problem with games that end more kind of like anticlimactically like that, of like, okay, I'm expecting a big nasty fight. It's like, no.
Well, no,
like you killed the bad guy. You know, retire.
My main thing with like with Industria is basically maximum ammo you can have with like 2 magazines worth. I think Samurai could have 3 magazines worth, and that was just because it only had 4 fucking rounds.
Yeah.
In it, but again, there was no, apart from like one small section, we had unlimited enemies charged at you while you wait for the lift to descend quickly. There was no area in that game where it required you to be that combat intensive.
Yeah.
So
that's probably why it didn't like have you carrying a lot of ammo, to be fair.
Yeah. So it wasn't like combat. It's not a combat heavy game. It's like a lot of lore in the game. You pick up by wandering around.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The visual of the game for like I think it was Unreal Engine 4 used at the time.
I believe it is, yes.
It's still a stunningly graphically built game.
Yeah.
You know,
Unreal Engine's a very impressive engine.
Even though you use some assets like slightly reworked assets from what do you call it?
I would say
Half-Life 2.
I would say you said Half-Life, but they're definitely not from Half-Life because Half-Life wasn't made on Unreal Engine. And the amount of effort it would take them to rip the fucking assets out of Source Engine and port them to Unreal would not be worth their time.
What was
It's
this?
going to be quicker and cheaper to just make new assets.
There's a couple of like, robots in it. You find robots that are very reminiscent of the blinking eye dogs from Half-Life 2.
Yeah, it's probably more likely to just were inspired by the.
I've heard the movement and the actual asset itself look very. Probably the general skin.
Yeah.
The general wireframe and movement and the track patterns of the units are from that Zach rip from the Half-Life.
I genuinely doubt they've like full ripped the original assets. I think they've just kind of like observed, wrote down, recreated versus do a full rip. Because again, it would turning like source assets into like Unreal assets is such a fucking pain in the arse. Like it's genuinely like 3 hours a piece. and an hour and a half of that is just ripping it out of source engine.
Again, a very enjoyable game, great atmospheric, great graphics design around it. You know, even down how the weapons work was quite good, UI was nice. I just wish there was more of it.
Yeah.
You know, combat was a little more intense in certain areas to really bring home a good like FSP game. You know, a bit more puzzle solving stuff, because right at the beginning you've got like work out chemical composition to make a rust remover.
Yes.
From random chemicals you got to pick up, then you got to actually use a science kit to measure out and learn how to read German.
Yeah.
To figure out what the formula is for it. Again, that was fucking brilliant part of the game. I liked it, but it was the only time you got it.
Yeah. Which to be fair, I don't mind that so much. Like, I sometimes do quite enjoy it when games give you like a really cool, interesting puzzle once, and it never turns back up. Like, sometimes I like it when a game does that if it has a good reason to do it. Like, if it given you like a lore nugget of the reason these notes are in German, you don't have to figure out how to speak German, is because this lab was like set up by a German doctor.
Yeah.
Who like didn't intend for other people to read his research notes, so he just wrote all
The
German.
game is based in Germany at the end of the Cold War.
Yeah, see, like at that point, I would like the notes would have made more sense to be like we write it in English because you're playing in English and your character lives in Germany, so we'll speak German. You know, like that would have made more sense.
You know, to me, like the whole game itself felt like a demo for Industria 2 coming out.
Yeah.
Rather than its own unique.
Which, to be fair, and here that's how I felt about Mass Effect 2 the entire time I played it. All of Mass Effect 2, I was like, this is literally just lore set up to Mass Effect 3, isn't it? Like, 80% of this game is me meeting characters and adding them to my crew. This game is literally just the prequel demo to Mass Effect 3. Jesus Christ.
Don't get me wrong.
It is a 30-hour demo to set you up for Mass Effect 3.
Don't get me wrong, Mass Effect 2 to me was because Mass Effect 1 although it had like a lot of plans to explore. In like with the tank thing, yeah. Can't remember what his name was.
God knows.
Right, which gives you a nice exploration like feel to the game.
I barely used it. Like I was never like going to like a planet for a mission and the mission starting with that tank. I barely used the fucking thing because I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, you didn't do half the side missions, that's why.
I really didn't, because like most of them just didn't feel like something I would waste my time with in that scenario.
Yeah.
No, it's like I'm chasing a highly dangerous fugitive who's trying to like wipe out the galaxy. Why would I waste my time collecting a box for this guy? If I find the box in my travels, I'll bring it back, sure, if there's time. But I'm not going out of my way to find this guy's fucking box. Like, I don't give a shit about this guy or his box.
Yeah.
You know, like in Mass Effect 2, like I had a rant with you like about this the other night. Like the guy in Mass Effect 2 in fucking is Omega.
Omega, yeah.
It's called like outside the nightclub. Who's like, hey, it's Commander Shepard. Do you want to like run messages for me? It's like, do you have any fucking idea who I am, dude?
Like, with extra credits? 100, I think it was like,
yeah, it's like I'll get
1,000 credits.
Yeah, it's like
for the job.
It's like, gamer, I'll make more money than that by just slapping you across the face with my dick. Like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Go away.
I think Mass Effect 2.
I've killed Krogans for fuck's sake. No.
No, Mass Effect 2. I did enjoy playing the game Mass Effect 2.
I enjoyed it, but like the entire game, all I could think was, I've done nothing up to this point other than meet characters, kill other characters, and look into the collectors.
Yeah.
And even then, very little of it was looking into the collectors.
I think, to me, with Mass Effect 2, I think what it was designed to do was, one, introduce you to the new game control system, because it introduced the thermal clips,
Yes.
the specialized weaponry, which they didn't bring into Mass Effect 3,
Yes.
how the guns worked, how the different characters then had their own specialized loadout. Where
And you know, I really didn't like the weapon system in Mass Effect 2 in particular.
What, the experimental weapons?
Not even just like the regular weaponry of like your assault rifles, your sniper rifles, things like that.
Yeah.
Like compared to Mass Effect 1's system, I fucking hate Mass Effect 2's one. Because it's so fucking difficult to actually figure out the stats on the weapons. Mass Effect 1, you go and you load out a screen, and it's like, this weapon does this much damage.
Yeah.
It has this fire rate, and it uses a burst system. This one does less damage, as displayed by this damage bar. Right? It has a better fire rate and a better accuracy. Yeah. Mass Effect 2, sorry. Okay, here's the name of the gun, here's a picture of the gun. Here's a blurb. Read the blurb and figure it out.
You know, piss me up about Mass Effect 2.
I found one weapon that actually had, like, actual written, like, descriptors of its stats in its blurb, and it was the fucking, the Revenant rifle,
Yeah.
where it gives you the breakdown of look, it's got fuck all accuracy, realistically, but it's got really good ammo capacity and good damage.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Thank you.
Actually, by volume.
Yeah, and like, you don't have to read the full blurb to get that info, because it just gives you a little mini summary at the very bottom of the info blurb telling you that information. It's like, thank
Master
you.
2,
You've collated the important information about this weapon and put it into an easy-to-read format right here. Thank you. I will equip this weapon now.
It's a
Thank
Mass
you
Effect 2.
very much.
You had to go to like, the upgrade system, bench to upgrade your weaponry to figure out.
And like even then, if you go into the weapon bench to like swap out your weapon loadout, it has little graphs. So like, here's the damage.
Yeah.
If you swap to this weapon, this is what it'll do to your damage rating. It tells you the relevant information, so you can make an informed decision about your equipment.
Tell me the worst thing about.
Why was that not there in Mass Effect 2?
Tell me the worst thing from Mass Effect 2, which got me really pissed off. Right, it happened when you go for Garrus.
I don't know. There's another thing that pissed me off.
Hang on, let me
it pissed
finish.
me off long before I got anywhere near Garrus.
Let me finish mine
No,
first.
because
I
you
want
agree with me.
I want to finish mine first.
They took away my crouch button.
Yes.
Where's my crouch button? And it's still not back in free. Where's my crouch button?
It's an auto crouch when you
Where's
go.
my crouch button, BioWare?
It's technically an auto crouch when you go near an object.
I know, and I don't like it. Do you know how fucking useful it was in Mass Effect 1 to be able to just like be like, oh, I'm in a situation where like I don't really need cover, but I need some extra accuracy. I'll just drop down and oh, look at that! I can nail that guy in the skull all of a sudden. Give me that button back, Mass Effect. I want that button back. Give me back my crouch button. Fuck you, Mass Effect. Bring it back. Remaster Mass Effect 2 and 3 and add the crouch button in. What? Right, see in Mass Effect 2. Why did both joysticks when pressed in bring up the compass? Riddle me that. Every mission, left stick in, compass, right stick in, compass again.
What's even worse for me with Mass Effect 2 particularly is your power system where you had to.
Yeah, you pull up the power wheel, and there's a third compass! And it's the only one of the three compasses that shows you where enemies are relative to your location. Because the upper compasses don't do that.
Even worse when you map the power source for quick usage of it. You had like X, Y to use it. Then the other one like, oh, now you have to press both bumper triggers together to activate your third power.
See, I've not unlocked the third power yet in Mass Effect 3, but like, even when I do, I'm probably not going to use it because I use two abilities in Mass Effect 2 and 3. Incendiary ammo and grenade.
Yeah, that's what I used.
And like for most of Mass Effect 2, it's like, yeah, I've used grenades that rarely. I'm not gonna bother quick assigning.
Yes. I mean,
quick assign incendiary to L1.
The only time I really used grenades in all Mass Effect was in like the Thorium mission on Ferros.
Yeah.
That's the only time I ever used grenades, like, because my house
in Mass Effect 3, I've been using them a lot more because there's been a lot more situations occur where the enemies have grouped together, and it's like, oh. Fuck you! Like,
my problem with Mass Effect 1 grenade system, like, you throw it and it would like throw it and it'd stick in the air somewhere randomly.
I had it way more often, like, I'd throw a grenade and like Shepard would just limp wrist the fucking grenade, it would like land behind a box next to them, it's like...
Yeah, then the time delay, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, or even worse, like, Shepard would like, instead of limp wristing it this time, all of a sudden gain biotic strength. And fucking launched a grenade clean over everyone's head in 3 apartment blocks.
There was so many times
and blew up a civilian complex, 2 buildings.
There's so many times in Mass Effect 1 and 2 with the grenades where I actually pressed the wrong button and just launched a random grenade at a civilian, like, oh shit!
I never used them in Mass Effect 1 because I never found the grenade button in Mass Effect 1. Never found the
I kept doing it by accident.
Mass Effect 2, I used them once in a blue moon for most of the game, because like for most of the game I had flashbang. I didn't know about to like unlock frag grenade. And then once I unlocked frag grenade, I pretty much never stopped throwing frag grenades for the rest of Mass Effect 2 because they were useful. And now in Mass Effect 3, it's like, okay, you have an actual grenade. You have a grenade count, you have 4 grenades to start with. You know, like you can upgrade that capacity later. You know, and like to use it, go into the weapon wheel and press this button. Or you can go to the weapon wheel and just auto assign this to triangle, a button you literally never use for anything else. Yeah, I'm going to assign that to triangle from now on, please, video game. And now in Firefights, it's just like, oh look, 6 cunts are like next to each other.
Probably the grenade's actually effective.
Amazing, asshole!
Grenade's actually effective in Mass Effect 3.
It is, it's really effective.
Because it detonated on impact, where before it's like, and the scatter.
You can decide whether it's going to detonate on impact or not.
Yeah.
It's a thing you select, and your ability upgrade for it. And also it still counts as an ability, so it scales with you as you level up, as you level up that skill. And it's really fucking handy. And again, there's been a lot of situations so far in Mass Effect 3 where I've been behind cover and it's like 4 dudes have just like grouped together. And it's just like, this never happened in 2. Spacing, assholes! Fucking catch!
Yeah, 'cause I think Mass Effect 2, like,
4 dudes just die.
the AI for combat AI in Mass Effect 2 was pretty decent, I find.
It was pretty good. It felt like every enemy I was up against had at least a little bit of experience and training of like,
Yeah.
don't group up, stay behind
See,
cover.
with Mass
a
Effect
lot.
1 is, where it worked in Mass Effect 1 was,
make me work to kill these
with the
assholes.
Geth is, the Geth had shared technology, so the more Geth came together, the more tactics they could use.
Yeah, and even then, like, it made sense to me, like, with the Geth, that a lot of them didn't bother taking cover in Mass Effect 1 because they're robots.
Yeah, because
They're not gonna be that worried.
where the Geth work, read the law of them is, the platform that it's unit fighting isn't
Yeah.
their physical form, because the physical form basically is data they just download and upload all the fucking time.
And like even then, it's like, I'm a robot made of metal. Like, I don't feel pain. Why would I take cover? Like, I can just build myself a new body later. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's like I like that. Like that. It felt like a on-purpose character detail about how they were using tactics. And then
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2 is like the collectors actually use cover because they're organic and. You know, like part robots,
Cover,
like a lot of organics materials.
Cover, suppressing, they actually suppressing fire as well.
Yeah, you know, like you've got to kind of like think a little bit to get past them, and then in Mass Effect 3, like you have the husks that are back and just bum rush you.
Well, it's against the zombies, so yeah.
You know, and it's like, again, like they're not really gonna feel pain, but also they're still smart enough to realize, okay, we have strength and speed, bum rush them.
Yeah.
You know, like if we just throw enough cunts at them in a wave, we'll get them. You know, it's like there's been a lot of really intense fights against the husk for me so far, where it's like I've got to like press against a wall and just code of death the fuckers.
One thing I did like about
I
Mass
really enjoy that.
One thing I did like Mass Effect 3 though is introducing the vibro blade.
Yes, I genuinely
I
love
do
that
love that.
melee button.
I do love it where it's like, fuck you,
Yeah,
and
like-
fuck you, because that's saved me so many times against the husk in general.
Yeah.
Because you don't always have time to.
See, I don't usually use it against, like, usually with the husk, I use like the regular, like, gentle melee of fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, like, I pretty much save like that, like, angry fucking laser blade for like I'm up against something that's pissed me off.
Especially like,
Where it's like,
in the.
okay, you're being a prick now, just fucking die.
I tell you what Moses in the opening section of the game, where you're trying to get back to the normal to get off.
Ammo's a bitch to track down.
You get like 2 magazines at that. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, come here.
That segment, I did knife a lot of bricks in that segment.
That is,
Right
it's a
up to
beautiful.
level.
It's a beautiful section. It's a beautiful interest the fact that you have it,
Yes.
and it does if you use it right, save your ass.
Oh yeah. Like,
A
it's
lot of it.
Really good button to have. Like,
Now, my main problem
like,
with
it's very situational for me.
I wish I had Mass Effect 2 to be honest. It would save like
It
a
would
lot.
have
Of,
made Mass Effect 2 a lot more enjoyable.
now, my main problem with Mass Effect 2 is tell me how with Garrus, because the first time you get a new rifle,
Yes.
right? It's auto fucking equips a bastard thing.
I see. I didn't mind that. I didn't mind the rifle auto equipped. I just swapped back to my assault rifle.
Problem though, what happened to me a lot is
Like I just hold L1 and ta-da!
I forgot. No, because the first battle rifle could switch out for your Avenger for that stupid burst thing.
Yeah, see, I just didn't pick it up.
Well, I picked it up because I wanted the achievement for collecting all weaponry at the time.
See, I just waited until like, cause I've played like the opening to Mass Effect 2 enough times. I know when I can like get away with like
Yeah.
cheesing it a little bit. Cause like there's a point about like I think it's like halfway through like that fight with Garrus where like you're gonna get sent downstairs.
Yeah, that's when I didn't get it by accident.
I always wait till about there before I go pick up the rifle. There's like burst fire because there's a fucking weapon bench downstairs. I can use to just swap my equipment back around before I go to the door.
The problem with what happened to me is I generally fake out because I generally speed run that section because I've done it that many times.
Yeah, see, I don't.
It's because there's like a thermal clip there I need for ammo.
Yeah.
And I go click the thermal clip and accidentally click on the damn rifle and not realise it.
See, even then, like I know that weapon bench is downstairs, so I still like even if I'm not sure if I picked up the rifle or not, I always go down to that bench to double check and definitely make sure I've got my preferred weapon.
So I would run in and it's like, I have 90 rounds and a burst fire. Like, oh, you bitch.
Yeah, like
Because
honestly, skill issue.
that burst rifle is the worst rifle in the entire fucking game. Even more than the Maverick.
I didn't find it that, but I didn't like that rifle, but then I don't like burst fire in general in video games.
It was even worse
so-
than the damn goddamn Maverick.
I didn't mind the Maverick that much.
I don't mind the Maverick because a single shot, like high powered DMR, it's
Yeah,
it's
like,
decent rifle.
it's not great, but it's not terrible. Like I can use it. Like I felt the same with the I think it's the Vindicator. You're on about the free burst.
Yes.
Where like it's definitely not my favourite rifle. Like, I'm not a huge fan on it, but like if I've got it equipped, I've got it equipped. Like it's not a big deal. Like the first time I go to fire it, and like, why is my gun not firing? Oh, I've got the Vindicator. Fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it's annoying, but like I adapt to it fairly quickly. It's like, yeah, because for most of Mass Effect, I've burst fire anyway. Like keep my accuracy night and tight.
Yeah.
It's like, brr, 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 it's dead. It's It's like I'm doing that kind of fire movement anyway. It's just I have a different timing on it than I need for the Vindicator.
I mean,
It's like it doesn't take me a lot of time.
my
for it
favorite
to
rifle of the
get
whole
back.
game is the Revenant.
I really like the Revenant in 2.
It is such a good weapon.
It's a very handy rifle.
You know, they say low accuracy, but I think accuracy is about 50% on it. Supposedly.
I'd equate it more to like maybe 10%. You got maybe 10% extra bullet spread.
No,
Like, it's not that bad.
according to the actual thing, it's about has actually written about 62%, when most of them have an accuracy of like 75 to 91. I think with most like assault rifles in the game.
Yeah, it feels like there's maybe a 10% difference between like because the way the change I made was before I got the Revenant, I was using the Collector rifle. So I went from Collector to Revenant, and like that change was maybe 10% more bullet spread.
Yeah,
There's
Collector
not
rifles.
a huge jump between the two for accuracy, so.
I mean, it's only actually when you think about you start to trying to do like assault rifle, like with Avenger, you can do a quite a long range shot with it.
Oh yeah, long range shots you really feel the difference, but like even then, once you've gotten used to like that bullet spread that's going on,
Yeah.
you can start pinpointing.
But even then, though, by the time like the Revenant like actually comes to prominent long range shots, distance anyway, we can just swap your sniper rifle and do the job easier that way.
Exactly, like in most situations, I'm far enough away where I'm gonna really care about that bullet spread. I'm gonna just use the sniper anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's never. I never had it be an issue for me.
Right,
In Mass Effect 2.
We're back to second quick one, the loot.
Fair enough to you.
Oh, me fucking knees.
Hat old.
Oh, you bitch. You'll get those one day, boy. It'll be worse for you.
Gamer, it already is worse for me.
You bendy bones.
Like, Gamer, I already walk like Joker. Like, fucking. I just don't have the weird arm thing. So ladies and gentlemen at home that may or may not be here because of my Scotty's Kitchen show that I do over on my Vegas YouTube channel, here on YouTube. Maybe wondering what happened to this week's episode. I put in a lot out about it, but I don't know if everyone saw it, so I'll address that here. I had some technical difficulties earlier in the week, so the episode's got a little delay on it. It should come out tomorrow night, with some luck. But I've been having a little bit of technical trouble with the camera equipment. So once I've got everything fixed and fucking edited and that, it'll be getting uploaded, which again should be tomorrow evening. So keep an eye out for that, folks at home. Ugh. Also in the news. The new Dacia Sandero. It's been delayed. Oh no. Anyway, also in the news. There's not much else in the news, honestly. Not been doing a whole lot. I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect. It's a good game series. Really enjoyed it. I'm about 6 hours into Mass Effect 3 now, having finished 1 and 2 earlier in the week. I'm growing to hate most of the characters of Mass Effect 3. For the first time though, a Mass Effect game's opening companions have been fucking quite nice. I like the character James in Mass Effect 3, the very large Mexican soldier. He's actually a pretty chill dude. Kind of like him. You know, he's a lot better than Jacob was. He's much less of an asshole than whatever the fuck his name was in Mass Effect 1. Like he's so far pretty chill character. So yeah, props to BioWare for finally making a soldier character in one of their games not be a fucking prick. You know, like. What else has been happening in the world while we wait on Batman T? Trying to think. Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot's been happening. Been pretty quiet here in the studio. I had a sandwich today. Chicken and bacon. It's quite nice. My lunch I had a barbecue chicken wrap. That was quite nice. I had a ribena today for the first time in about 4 years. Things like a blackcurrant ribena. That was quite pleasant. Rather enjoyed my ribena this morning. So, you know, shout out to ribena. They make nice liquid, very flavor, much yum. You know, like I drink ribena and I think to myself, I can feel my flavor cubes flavoring. You know, it's very pleasant liquid. Wouldn't you agree, Fat Man T?
What's that?
That ribena is a very flavorful liquid.
What?
Ribena is a flavorful liquid.
Yes.
You know, when you consume the ribena, you can really feel your flavors flavoring. It's a very pleasant liquid of flavor.
We were being lies because it's just black in juice. It's not. It's fucking black on apple.
True, but it's still very flavorful liquid. It really makes my flavors flavor.
Yeah. So say something there. I forgot what it was. Yes, one thing I'm going to do for the channel is I'm going to play Mass Effect from like 1 all the way through.
Yeah, fair.
And that. Doing all the side missions, that type of stuff for it.
Nerd.
Yes, I'm a nerd. You just figured that out?
No, I'm just bullying you for it.
Ah. Fair enough.
2 hours already, my goodness.
I was talking about absolute bullshit, to be honest. Oh, what's this? Monday debates.
No,
More than
no.
2 genders.
No, I'm not doing it. No.
I'm not doing that, I'm just looking at it.
No, I was gonna hear you out and then got to order more than 2 genders. I was like, no, definitely vetoed. No, not today, sugar tits.
Oh, to work with like 15 giant robots.
No.
You're sticking them with today, aren't you? You're just sticking them with today.
Yeah, I told you last week. I'm not reviewing this fucking AI slop.
That is, but that one isn't. That's actually not a real robot.
No, look at the way it moves in the footage, dude. That's AI slop all day, every day.
No, you can actually go and visit that one that actually does exist and does work.
Yeah, no, not that exact version. Like, that exact piece of footage from it is AI generated. The robot itself.
Get ready to
I
be
don't doubt
amazed
there's
by
a
the
robot
15
like that exists, but that exact footage it just displayed of that robot is AI generated.
It's not.
It is one of the most painfully obvious AI generations I've ever fucking seen of a robot.
No, honest, it's not AI generated. It isn't.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you're actually 100% wrong with that one.
No, that is fully AI generated, and I can tell you for free it's AI generated because they don't make cameras that are able to capture robots in that kind of detail while making fucking trees in the background look that old.
No, it's not AI generated, that one.
Gamer, literally look at the fucking pixel deformation happening around the trees.
Yes, I'm
where
seeing.
they meet
I'm
the
holding.
sky.
But it's not because that actually.
That is stable diffusion all day, every day.
That image comes from a TV broadcast.
No.
Yeah, it does.
No, none of that footage is real.
It is.
That genuinely isn't.
No, the Mantis is real.
I don't doubt the Mantis is a real robot. That far I can believe. This exact piece of footage that is acting as evidence for the Mantis is fabricated.
Because I was at the Newcastle Robo Show about 10 years ago.
Again, I'm not saying the robot isn't real. I'm saying this exact footage of the robot is fabricated and not real footage. Also, that was a scene from fucking Pacific Rim.
That
right
one,
there.
yeah. That was Pacific Rim. That's AI generated. That's a guy in a suit.
Yeah.
Again, that was.
nation. Whether they're used for entertainment, construction, or research, each one is a testament to human ingenuity. Here are 15 most incredible giant robots in the world. Number 15. Fedor, Russia's ambitious robot. In September 2019, Russia faced a setback when they had to let go of their robot.
I don't know how to tell you this, buddy. That's not a Russian robot.
It was.
No. No, I've seen that footage before of that robot, and I'll tell you exactly where I saw it. The Boston Dynamic website.
Yeah, so I think Bristol sold Boston Dynamics.
Boston Dynamics don't buy robots, they build them in-house. That's a Boston Dynamics robot.
Bot Fedor, officially known as Final Experimental Demonstration Object Research, Fedor was designed to assist astronauts on spacewalks. The concept was promising, as Fedor was expected to perform tasks that could reduce the risk to human astronauts. However, in practice, Fedor's capabilities fell short. Despite his charming presence, where he was seen holding the Russian flag and hugging cosmonauts, he proved to be more of a hindrance than a help. Fedor's long legs and overall height of 6 feet posed significant challenges in the microgravity environment of space. His legs had to be immobilized during the trip, and he struggled to grip the handrails of the space station.
Again, if you put a dead for space, right, for zero G, you just make a ball with arms.
That would be easier.
With micro thrusters.
Yeah.
You don't need legs in space. He's like both around and float off again.
I like how you're really trying to get me to talk about this video. Like, it's not happening, gamer. I refuse to interact with this AI slop. Like,
I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. Every video about technology is just AI slop.
Correct. That one is. Literally every fucking time you try and show me a video from that fucking channel, a third of it is AI generated shit.
That's the first time I broke that channel.
No, you tried to bring it up last week.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, because it was the one with the fucking castle tent.
No, that
it's
was
the same channel.
No, that was most amazing. That one. That wasn't this one.
Was that most amazing top 10 one?
The one with the bit of a tent on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was most amazing.
Oh, well, still.
Because they
Like,
most amazing 25.
Every one of these like fucking. Oh, look at this new tech video you've brought up. It's like a third of it's been AI fucking slop. Even that one, we got a minute 30 and it's like AI, misrepresented AI. Like, no. Like,
Why can't you find me one that's not just AI slop then? Because like 90% of anything that brought about new tech stuff
yeah, that's exactly my
uses
point.
AI
and my problem at this point.
as a part of rendering.
Yeah, that's exactly my problem and point at this point. Like, I'm so fucking done with people just misusing and abusing stable diffusion. Right? It doesn't make you like a hip new tech company like using fucking AI generation to do your fucking promo videos. It makes you lazy, worthless, and have no fucking budget, and it shows. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people abusing stable diffusion for bollocks. And I'm sick of them taking up my fucking bandwidth with it. Bring back the good old days where it fucking meant something to do fucking content creation. It took skill, it took decorum, it took effort. Bring me back to the good old days.
What good old day? Well, just the beast glory days.
No, I'm talking 2012.
Ah.
Back when YouTube, it fucking meant something to get someone on YouTube.
The prank video.
Back when making money on YouTube was a badge of fucking honor. You had to earn it. You had to work for it. Not like these fucking days with these fucking twits abusing fucking stable diffusion to make slop. Like that shit right there.
Which shit?
Fucking call the humans. Fuck off.
Oh, that
Fuck
one.
you and your fucking stable diffusion 4.5 fuckery. That's right, I've researched stable diffusion that much I can tell you what model made that image. That is stable diffusion 4.5.
Oh, that's just a web story voiced over.
Yes, and the fucking art being used in it is fucking done by Stable Diffusion 4.5. Because Stable Diffusion 4.5 was fucking obsessed with that light effect on ears.
What, the see-through light effect?
Yes. Even though in the image there is no fucking light source that would cause that kind of effect to happen on the ears.
Well, there is. It's over here. No.
Yeah, and it's at the complete wrong angle, so it wouldn't cause that light effect. And Stable Diffusion 4.5 was fucking obsessed with that. For some goddamn reason. I'm sick of it. And that tiger.
What?
I've seen more convincing images of tigers and fucking DOS titles.
Oh, that was from its AI generation.
I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I'm sick of it. I'm surrounded by slop, created by untalented fuckheads who are being unjustly rewarded for their fuckery. Once again, the world is just providing more evidence to prove that I'm right in my opinion that we should eat the rich. We should barbecue and consume the body of Elon Musk.
No, I don't want to.
And that one was by 3.2.
Which one?
4-hour safety. That's Stable Diffusion 3.2.
4-hour safety?
Row 1, video 4. The thumbnail for that one was done by Stable Diffusion 3.2. Because again, 3.2 was obsessed with that gloss effect on eyes.
Oh, that one.
No, down a bit. That one.
Oh, that one.
That was done by Stable Diffusion 3.2. The one to its top left is Stable Diffusion 4.2. Stable Diffusion 4.2 is done when it can do a convincing tongue. That one is 4.8. That one is 3.9. That one's 4.0.
Probably my big.
That one's 2.7.
My biggest gripe is the fact using like AI as like an image placer in when they tell the story, when they're narrating the story. My biggest problem is the AI image they bring out when they describe like saying like, oh, the council chamber, and they describe the alien in the council chamber.
Yeah, it's always the council chamber from Mass Effect.
That's not though. It has nothing fucking to do with the alien actually in the fucking chamber.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's like 7 arms and 6 eyes, and there's a picture of like a lizard.
Yeah.
Like that's not what you're describing here, mate.
Well, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
That's the only real bitch I have about it.
I have so many bitches about like AI art, especially with the way it's being used today. I fucking hate it. Right, like AI art just on its own, I don't mind. I like. Right, I've used it for some projects. Right, it's fucking handy tech. The way it gets used and presented in today's world, fucking irritates me. It irritates me so much.
That one I don't mind.
Yeah, because you know what? That one's at least convincing. I could believe that was done by a guy using 3D models in Blender. Because it looks okay.
There was another one I saw 5 seconds ago. Was it? Was it further up? Or what was further down then? There. That one.
What, the They Lied one?
Yes. It's a bit over the top, but it's not too...
If you're about to say to me that's not too egregious and obvious, I'm gonna go fucking...
No, nothing egregious and obvious.
It really is.
It's not the worst I've ever seen.
It's not the worst I've ever seen, but it's still egregiously, obviously done by AI.
Oh.
Again, I can tell it's Stable Diffusion. That specifically was done by Stable Diffusion 4.7. The fact I'm this clued into AI that I can identify what model did the image.
Yeah.
Just at like a brief glance rather than having to full dissect the image genuinely should tell everyone how fucking irritated I am by it. I've wasted that much of my life being irritated and looking into it. That was Stable Diffusion 3.7 and I've only just spotted that one and I'm more annoyed.
Which one?
Because how dare you use one that shit?
Which one?
Shill Media exposed the image of the woman screaming. That was 3.7 and it's the most egregious one so far. Try to do hyper-realistic pop art. That's disgusting.
Oh.
2 image free.
I was thinking Shill Media. Yeah, that one. I got 9% of thumbnails the AI generated.
I know, and it fucking it irritates me.
Like that one, for instance. No,
yeah.
not the
footage is like like good, but like the image used for the thumbnail of the fucking Tacta axe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the folding handle there for starters.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's a fold-up axe.
No, not that.
It's essentially a push dagger that's also an axe.
Don't get us wrong. As far as like the regular like credit card bullshit things,
Yeah, you'd break your fucking hand using it.
it's not the worst I've seen though.
It is, because you would genuinely break your hand if you tried to chop any kind of wood with that. You'd break your hand and you'd scuff your hands. Like that one.
Which one now?
Fucking top right. The tent.
That one?
No, top right.
That one?
Yeah, like, fucking, just look at that.
Yeah, that is hideous. I also wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, the reason you wouldn't buy it is because it doesn't exist.
If it did exist.
The fucking Apple tent over here. Fuck all the way off.
If it did exist, I still wouldn't buy it.
Like, I hate where the internet is going. Like, frankly, the guy that invented fucking ChatGPT better pray I never get my hands on him. Like, he has a lot of egregious sins to account for.
I do look how universities these days now are trying to install anti-ChatGPT software.
I don't blame them.
For the oh man, fucking words, people.
God, every time I see one, it's worse every single time. Like, Jesus Christ.
That's not going to happen.
What's that?
Russia says sanctions must be lifted before Ukraine
Maritime ceasefire can take effect. Yeah, not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. We're not going to release our sanctions. 3D printed
Links
gas blowback.
GBB airsoft tutorial.
Gas blowback. Don't wrong. Right, the 3D print market's come a long way.
Yes.
I still wouldn't use it for a fucking airsoft rifle for gas blowback.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot of strain on those very fine parts.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can get 3D print materials that'll do it and hold up to it, but they're fucking pricey.
Probably more than just going and buying a gas blowback gun in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
because I think the start price for gas blowback these days is about
$300-400.
I think about $250 for a cheap one, about $500 for a damn good one.
Yeah.
But if I'm paying $500 anyway, I might as well just go to HPA.
Oh yeah, true.
At that point, which I'm really thinking about myself getting a HPA rifle, but it's like $500-600 worth of cash to sink into one gun.
Yeah.
Plus regulator, cank, and everything else to go with it. It's a lot to sink in, shall we say?
Oh yeah, it's expensive.
But we fucking minute go. We get one. Just a lot of money right now to sink into one. Oh, what's that? That's Garth's 1940 old machine gun restoration. Well, it wasn't that box you dropped in yourself. See, again, these torches are coming out.
Yeah.
You know, 2,000 lumens, you can set fire to something with your torch.
200,000, but yeah.
Yeah, you can set fire with your torch. A, the battery might only last like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is not good for like long-term camping.
It's really not, no.
And B, I can set fire to my campfire using a piece of metal and a flint.
Yeah. For cheaper.
I do not need the sun in my hand to set a fire going.
Exactly. That's what they're fucking very illegal in most places anyway because of their lumen count.
No, you can't buy that on Amazon. And
actually, you can, just not in Britain.
What, the Derringer?
Yeah, it's available on American and Canadian.
I've tried the American.
one.
I've tried the American.
That's because US Amazon set up so it knows if you're trying to look for certain items from areas where they're not allowed. The only way you can do it is with a what the fuck's the term for it now?
VPN.
No, it's a type of VPN. I think it's an IP bounce rather than an IP reroute.
Harpoon cannon. I haven't heard those in a while. I thought they were banned.
What one? Sorry.
Harpoon cannons.
No, they're still legal in some places. Like, you can't get one in Britain, but you could do one in, like, Texas. Texas doesn't really give a shit.
What in the... I mean, not AI generated, but what the fuck?
No, that one is actually real, believe it or not.
That's real.
Yeah, that one's genuinely real.
Probably the bicycle's been invented for a long time and it works very well. Why do these cunts still keep trying to reinvent the damn thing?
Because they're fucking idiots.
I mean, remember when it came out, I think it was like, was it last year or the year before, during COVID? That one with the fucking square triangle wheels.
Yeah.
It says new improvement of the...
It's the same kind of an idea, only stupider. Because the idea is the wheels turn and spin at the same time, causing constant changing in elevation, thus making your legs and core work harder.
Bicycles make travel easier, not harder.
Yeah, the idea is you'll get more exercise benefit out of using it.
Again, I suppose bicycles...
Without losing stability.
A bicycle's supposed to help you travel great
Correct.
distances. You know, it was one of the great limiters that allowed people to actually have sex outside their own village.
Yeah.
And thus reduce incest rates.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
You know, it's actually...
Have you ever noticed that nothing in the world...
Shut up.
Hey, Isla. Stupid. Pointless. AI.
What?
Pointless.
What, the...
Ritual, yeah.
That's, I think it was mostly designed for... Oh, no, that's... I'm sorry.
Pointless.
Right, for one thing, that.
Yeah, tumble
The tracking system.
Shut up. Right, the tumble lock itself.
Just so you know, no one else can see it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
You already got it hooked in, it's fine.
Alright, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tumble lock on the wallet. You know,
Tumble lock in general is a bad idea.
the wallet's time like convenient so you get some money out and hand over and keep it secured. If I go to sit there and try and put my fucking code in every 5 seconds to pay somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And again, tumble locks are a bad idea in general because they're the easiest to pick. You don't even need equipment to do it.
Believe it or not, these electric roller skates are controlled by hand gestures.
Fucking worthless.
Again, right, like roller skates sounds like a good idea.
No, it really doesn't.
In theory, like, you know, put some feet and you can glide along the floor. Except, again, as roller skates and rollerblades prove, there's a skill level required to use them.
Correct.
And once you add like an actual powered motor to that, the skill level goes even higher.
Yes.
So you don't shatter your ankles on the deck.
Yeah, I don't. You have to control speed and movement with the only part of your body that really has any control over your balance as well, and it becomes unfucking usable.
And when you cramp your finger, you're like,
Yeah.
fire shit.
Fuck! My brakes have suddenly slammed while I'm doing 60.
Oh, your brakes, like, you suddenly go for like, general score, 200 miles an hour, shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like it's fucking stupid.
Function of a lost limb, but also
That
gives
is
its
cool.
owner superhuman strength and agility.
So I remember watching the guy who was building
There
it.
was a guy that built one in his garage because he was sick of the fucking
The VA.
American disability system.
It was a VA wouldn't give him, said, because he had one finger left, he had his thumb left and one hand.
Yeah.
He wasn't disabled enough to get a prosthetic one, so he built his one out of cogs.
Built one in his fucking shed out of just spare shit he found.
Yeah, spacious and everything. Probably it's one of the best ones, like,
It was looking a really good prosthetic hand he built.
because it originally wasn't designed to be like powered.
Yeah.
And it's
Then,
just, like,
a bunch
tension.
of people just started sending him money on like I think Patreon and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I now have the budget.
I can add more to it.
Build a really good one.
Else,
He scrapped the original and started building like a high-powered one.
probably it looks like how I would expect, like, to me, an aesthetic, like, if I was having a robotic hand, it's like I want for my robotic hands, like that.
So I'd rather have something kind of sleek and sexy, you know, like.
I want like chunky.
I'd rather have something like nice and sleek, you know, like small and nimble little robot hand.
These contact lenses will open a portal to a new world of the future thanks to augmented reality technology.
Oh, well, that's a bad idea.
It does exist, though. Actually, I've seen.
Yeah, I know they exist, but it's a bad idea.
It is, yes.
Dear God.
It's the idea of upgrade that everyone gets a pair of them, like Google Glasses, every having a phone screen just link to your eyeballs.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
With this surf simulator, you can learn how to surf without having to rely on the weather.
Okay, that's a cool idea. I like that.
And then less surfing, more wakeboarding at that point.
I mean, essentially, yeah, but still. Hey, you fucked it.
It's an expensive toy.
Not even the strongest fire can withstand this fire extinguishing system, which ejects blasts of water at 420 kilometers per
What
hour.
do if it's a fucking electrical fire?
I probably don't think it's the water that's doing the put out thing. It's like there's the shockwave from the
Shockwave that does the job.
of the water hitting us that's doing it. It's a bit slightly normal with the saying here. Yeah, can you imagine like, don't worry, we're gonna put the water out and get you out of the car. Oh, it's dead.
Oh fuck, we killed Susan.
She was already dead. Let's back onto the fire, go a bit more, we'll just ditch down the fire. Her head's over there, George.
It exploded, fuck it.
There we go.
Just throw a C4 charge in, it'll be fine, no one will notice.
No, it's wrong. It's an interesting tech way of doing it. Because they've used like shockwaves lately now to. Except when they did the fucking speaker system to take out fires.
Yes.
Using synthetic resonance.
Yeah, it didn't work very well.
It works on a campfire, but.
Yeah.
You know, the idea was like attached to like a fire truck to blast sound waves at a house to put it out. It's like, no.
Yeah, no, you'd bring the house down before you put out the fire, but.
The ways you can use this robot are endless. Its rotor wheels also give it the ability to fly at any moment.
I guarantee the weight of that will drain the battery off 5 seconds.
That is the single stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, because
Now
as you go along, I guarantee the rotors are going to cut and shit
Yeah.
and stuff and damage the rotor blades. Just like the make wheels will make it fly. Don't want the other. Don't want the
Yeah,
other.
don't do both.
enjoy the world's largest sphere-shaped LED screen that has no edges. This is
Yeah,
one of the
that's-
most
well,
futuristic
because
designs
it's
ever.
here in Vegas, you can't
Yeah.
buy one, so.
Don't get me wrong. It's a fucking beautiful piece.
Oh, it's very cool, but like, you can't just get one, so fuck off.
I mean, there's kind of money you could.
No, I think Vegas is the only place with the money to get one.
Isn't that how Caesars though, isn't it?
Who's MGM owns it?
You're definitely going to love this device with propellers that enables you to swim like a fish.
Okay, I can see. I think ideas of that one.
I can see some uses for it, but not many applications outside of the military.
Pearl divers,
Mm,
like deep sea pearl divers, that type of stuff.
no, 'cause you know the civilian divers would fuck up every single time using them and give themselves the fucking bends by coming up far too quick. People without the jet engine strapped to them while diving get the bends still because apparently we're all fucking idiots somehow. Despite the fact I'm like knowing how to dodge the bends for the best part of 200 years,
Yeah.
we still fucking get it. Almost every single time people go diving.
That's
One guy fucks it.
that's not a new thing.
It's not a new thing, but it's still.
What if I
stupid as
told you
fuck,
that you
like
could have a
everyone's
fun
waiting for it
time
to
with a
get out.
group of 7 people on just one bike?
Yeah, it's because
How about no? How about go fuck
it's
yourself?
absolutely bad for that guy. The one who's like goes back to the traffic.
I mean, yeah.
He's gonna be shitting himself. What's going on? I can't see what's going on. Don't worry about
You
it.
gotta put a lot of trust in the guy driving to sit there.
Yeah. It was stupid. It was first. It was first as a gimmick for I think Vegas again.
I think it was.
It was a movable
Here's a
parallel.
keyboard whose design can be changed at least every day thanks to a built-in full HD display.
No.
Yeah, no.
Again, good for one of those like gimmicky office workers.
And even then, like, no, because it'll break in under a month. I can guarantee.
Yeah, can you imagine a gamer trying to use
It'll
that?
shatter in a month. Even if you're doing light office work, it's gonna shatter in a month.
Can you imagine a hardcore gamer using that? It'd be like gone in
Yeah.
about 5 seconds.
It's fucking stupid.
Don't get me wrong, very pretty, but not usable.
You know, it's when those fucking hollow keyboards you see in like sci-fi shows and shit will never become a fucking valuable technology because it just won't fucking hold up.
Damn people won't trust it because I like
I mean, yeah, no one's gonna trust it.
I mean, even
There's no
Star-
physical fucking response back.
yeah in the Star Trek like do. I want like that button go click 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 of a
Yeah.
switch.
You want to feel that resistance as you press the button to know you've definitely pressed it.
Like just like Starfleet's military application.
Yeah.
And I know for most militaries, even though they have like touchscreens, the touchpads, like, give me a keyboard, please.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because touchscreens been around for a lot of things. They did try and put it on cover the naval battleships.
Yeah, actually got shot down real fast.
I said in the fucking CIC,
Yeah.
all the text go, just remove and put keyboards back in straight away.
Yeah, because they just didn't like the new shit.
Yeah. Even the gunner, I remember the electronic mount for the gunners in. And the gunner made it removed and put the old fucking, like, back.
It works better.
I want to feel my guns moving, please.
This autonomous rescue backpack system can save a person's life if they need to jump out of a burning building.
Yeah, see, by the time that's deployed, you're burnt to death. You're already dead by the time that's finished fucking deploying.
I think another problem with that.
I also wouldn't exactly call that a gentle landing. You broke your back.
Not that though. Right, first one, two make it down frame. Everyone in the front building has one. Right? Given the limited space in front of a building.
Yeah, you're not going to land on top of each other.
And the size of it. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. And again, the speed and force of it that just hit the ground, anyone inside is injured. Granted, you're not as dead as you would be without it, but you're still fucking hurt.
Take a look at this soft robot skin inspired by octopuses and just as flexible.
Robot skin.
Yes.
What the fuck is robot skin?
Basically, it's part of the robot humanics division where they try and make robots more human-like so we accept them easier. By giving them skin so you can feel... It's for sex robots.
Do you know what would make more sense and be cheaper? Latex.
Yeah, it's basically for sex robots. That's how it's for.
Again, latex. It's more convincing, it's cheaper.
I mean, the latex is called dragon skin, isn't that? Which is...
Yeah.
90% human tactile feel, isn't it? Something like that.
A true masterpiece of bionics.
Again, it looks cool. I can't see it.
No stylist can wash your head as well as this robot with head-shape tracking capabilities.
I beg to differ on that one.
Yeah. It's struggling to massage her without breaking her neck. God knows I trust that with a blade.
Not just beautiful washing.
With a retractable extra tire system, large vehicles no longer have to sacrifice width for good off-road
I
capability.
guarantee that no farmer's going to buy that.
No one's buying that because it's probably $2 billion.
Not just that though. Any farmer that uses a truck like that would go, watch this, and just get into the wheel and just bolt it over the extra large bolt and just drive off.
Or, they'd use the adjustable fucking suspension that's already built into the tractor to do that job with.
Yeah. Plus, you're sacrificing all that rear space for like your hoppers and shit. It's
like you'd have to get new attachments to like extend the gap between your hopper and your tractor.
Yeah.
It's a very expensive upgrade that doesn't really do anything. You also can't see up the back of your tractor anymore.
No, this isn't a movie prop. It's a real 3-meter exoskeleton controlled by a person.
It's a movie prop. That has, I can tell you now from looking at it, that's got no power systems, like boost power systems to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a gimbal extension.
That's all. Two major problems. The rider is fully exposed with zero protection and a massive target because he's at the center of mass of the entire fucking thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're trying to say, well, we covered in armor at one point or something.
Yeah, even then, the controller / pilot is still very, very much a target because he's, again, center mass, which is where everyone with a gun is trained to aim.
Yeah.
Your head is now centered to the center of mass.
I mean,
You're shootable now. Well done.
If it had some strength enhanced to it, the only thing I could see it using for was like maybe construction.
And even then,
a forklift
before it does that.
Even then, a forklift exists.
Yeah. And again, that design needs to work before it's good for construction.
This external airbag deploys in an instant and protects the most vulnerable part of the car.
Lies. That causes cloth.
Yeah. No.
Don't feel like
car
getting
was literally made of PVC. You saw the tubing as it bounced.
Yeah, it's an actual car impact. That bag's not going to do absolutely fuck all.
Out of bed in the morning and going to work? Well, this smart bed is going to make that even harder because you'll want to live in it.
I'm sorry, but we have.
Oh no.
We have those anyway. I mean, pretty sure those beds have the TV that rocks.
Yeah, it's literally just a canopy of that. It is a TV bed with a canopy.
If the world of off-road vehicles had a king, it would definitely be the Chainlink 4x4, because it doesn't care what obstacle stands in its way. It will get over it.
That's not new technology. That is an adjustable suspension mount.
Yeah, it looks like a
Hydraulic based at that. We've had cars like this for the best part of 60 years.
It looks like it's the main body and the suspension rounds is just separated.
This aircraft doesn't even need an engine or landing gear, because
the suspension up for a hydraulic motor.
And that's been a while for us. Basically, just hang glider with a windscreen.
that's what the pilot is for.
Yeah, it's the hang glider.
Yeah. It's a fancy hang glider at best.
Yeah.
Like, no.
It probably weighs more than hang gliders. It doesn't fly as
It
long.
does, yes.
I mean, nutsack as well.
This isn't just luggage, it's your personal assistant. The smart
fuck
suitcase is equipped with a remote control, USB charger,
You've been sold quite
and
a lot now
even a
these days.
GPS tracker.
Just fucking power handle like a normal person, you fucking...
Treadmills and spas are both
See,
good
if
for
I
your
was in
health.
an airport, a saw prick with a remote control fucking, like, suitcase. I'd throw it into the engine of the nearest plane.
What's the robotic golf
I know, but
caddies?
better yet, do you know what I'd do? I'd walk over, I'd pick it up, and I'd turn it upside down.
It's been most like the automatic golf caddies.
Yeah, I fucking hate those so much.
You know, they carry the fucker, but it's too heavy. There's people get hired for that. Which,
Yeah, they're called caddies.
you know?
Like, I saw one guy with one of those automatic caddies on his way to play golf, and you know what me and my buddies did? He just fucking drop kicked it. Like,
Yep.
we saw his fucking, his golf Roomba carrying his golf clubs, and I think my buddy super kicked it. The guy came over, picked it back up, kept going. My other buddy went and just like missile drop kicked the fucker. Ran away, came over, picked it back
the only
up.
time I found
I
it.
just went over and pushed it over him away fast. I was like, nah, fuck you.
The only time I found it acceptable was there's one of the golf clubs I worked at. He had an old guy who was in his like 70s and he was in like, one of those like wheelchair scooter things.
Yeah.
And he had one.
Do you know what I would have done if like I was the guy like running that golf course? I would have just given him a complimentary caddy. Like I would have had one of my on-site caddies just fucking go with him for the day. It's like, look, I'll cover his fucking expense for you for the day, bud.
No, he was a cheap bastard, your manager.
Even so, when you got a guy that fucking old coming to your golf course, who's like probably a regular, you can't.
Oh, he was. I mean, he paid his dues. He was like, he paid his maximum amount of dues he could pay.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd cut him a fucking like a break.
Like
he's a regular. He brings in decent money. I can afford to fucking help him.
And so he was there every Sunday, fucking rain or bastard shine on that damn thing.
You know, like I'd just give the guy an actual caddy to fucking work with.
Now these ones, the underwater rowing machines.
Again, they're not new tech. I used one in 2018. They're not new.
They're not new tech, but I see the benefit from that one mostly comes from like physiotherapy.
As it's like physiotherapy and nothing.
Not actual training, because the training need the weight on it. And I know the idea is saying, well, the slow resistance of the water makes you move faster. It does.
Kinda does, but it's nowhere near as effective as just wearing a weighted vest would be.
Yeah, by the time we get the buoyancy of the water taken out of the equation, the effect you've got from the drag is gone.
Yeah, exactly. Like you get more benefit from just wearing a weighted vest.
But combining them into one device yields double the
It
benefits.
does not.
It really does.
What if I told you that this home is hiding an amazing secret? At the touch of a button, a hidden door opens from the porch to a huge garage.
Where's the living room?
Upstairs. You tell a guy Ace has more money than sense and single.
Yeah. So's that guy.
But though I do kind of vibe with the underground car
Like,
park.
sorry, pal. I didn't realise you were Batman.
I do kind of vibe with
These
that.
glasses with special lenses will increase your field of vision, even allowing you to see behind you.
Oh. Again, not new technology. Spies have been using them since the Cold War. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's a slightly reflected curve of the lens.
Yeah.
This
Mine was
invention
like
will keep
5
pedestrians safe by raising a special barrier in front of cars when someone crosses the
We
road.
already have those. They're called bollards.
Probably, I guarantee.
They're less crash throughable than that.
And that one, I guarantee. I can imagine some people start not realizing walking around it, and they get catapulted.
And again,
over the car.
like see, like the ones we currently have, like the bollard, the steel beam that comes up.
That shoots up very fast and destroys cars all the time.
Yeah, you know,
dicks.
you drive a car into that fucker, your car's written off.
Yeah.
If I drive a fucking Fiat Panda into that, I'm breaking that.
I'm pretty sure bicycle will break it because.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at the way it flopped when it came up.
Yeah.
Like, I
By
was
raising
fucking
a special
kidding.
barrier in front of cars when
I could
someone
break that
crosses the
with
road.
hip, for fuck's sake.
You will never oversleep again with this alarm clock
Again, it's
because you
not
have to
new
catch
tech.
it to
I've
turn
done
it off.
since the 2000s and fuck off.
I was giving as fuck, wasn't it?
It was.
This was a year old, but still, I was.
Do you remember those little like black and white robot toys they used to make?
Oh, the fucking one you had a little box.
Like little fucking like grippy things.
Yeah.
Fucking so shit.
I can't remember what they're called.
I don't remember what they were called.
I know they're extremely expensive because it classifies as an AI pet.
Yeah, they were.
It's like 200 quid for one of the fucking things.
Yeah, I got one from a charity shop for about 40 quid as a kid.
This tattoo artist turned his prosthetic arm
Okay,
that's cool.
I like that.
That's some bullshit.
That one's actually kind of cool.
I love the design. That is some bullshit of that like, design that way.
Dude, the reason it looks like some Borg shit is much like the props for the Borg in Star Trek. A guy just made it in his shed on a weekend.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? I can respect that.
I can imagine a veteran tattooist getting tattooed. You would love that look.
Oh yeah.
A brand new guy going for a tattoo is going to shit himself when he sees.
Oh, yeah.
Get me tattooed going.
Your dear God, it's the cyber tap.
into an amazing tool that allows him to do tattoos.
I do like it.
That is no, you can't.
I like how the ink like feed down a tube.
Yeah.
To the
But
needle.
It's actually a really cool idea.
I love it. I'm not going to cut my arm off for it.
You don't need a partner to improve your table tennis skills because this robot is always up for a game.
I could literally build that in my shed for about 120 quid.
Yeah.
And I don't even own a shed.
And I guarantee you a pro ping pong player would destroy it in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, I could build one that could like win the Olympics for about 400 quid.
I bet you haven't seen a bike with a huge chain and caterpillar tracks instead of wheels
What the
before.
fuck is that?
No, you don't get to gloss over that fast. Look at the size of that cogwheel. Jesus Christ.
So yes, they are in this video for 5 seconds.
I mean, look at that one.
Yeah. You know, at least that one's got circular wheels though.
Yeah, it's got rollers on the wheels so you can like, go sideways. You literally see the roller there.
Why?
I bet you haven't seen a bike with a huge chain.
I know the rubber chickens on the wheel. I think this guy's a troll.
Chain and caterpillar tracks instead of wheels before. Want to change the color of your BMW iX? Just pick one on your smartphone and e-ink will do it in seconds.
I hate that so much. Can you imagine the police then though with these cars? Yeah, I'm tracking a BMW white. It's now grey, no, it's now black. Which is it, twat face?
I don't know, it keeps changing.
Keep changing colours, sir.
It's red now.
Are you high?
No, sir.
No, sir. I'm just going.
I wish I was, sir.
Come back to the station for a drug test.
You don't need to use fire for grilling anymore, just the
Oh,
sun
look at that
and this
bullshit.
ingenious device.
Again, I can build one in my shed for about 40 quid.
Yeah, a lot of people building the sheds. The problem with it's that powerful, right? Can you imagine you forget about it and drop the grow plan down?
Yeah.
You have to fire to everything in a 10-mile radius.
Like, you're literally building a death ray.
So it's wrong. If you've got like nothing else to use in the mountains to cook yourself a grill off, fair enough.
I could build one that's better and smaller for cheaper.
Someday we will forget what a subway is because we'll be traveling on hyperloops between stations at 170 kilometers per hour.
Will be.
No way.
The G-force alone on that would be horrendous.
Yeah, you break your neck.
But it is Virgin who's making it, so like point.
This AI robot will help your child develop mental skills and have fun while playing board games.
Or you could just teach your fucking kids yourself.
Yeah, you actually play with your child, not just
Yeah,
leave
that's
it.
also an option too.
This is the next to the iPad kids, this is the robot kids.
Yeah.
This is my robot friend Jeremy. Where's your parents? I haven't seen them since 2005, but he told me how to play Go. I'm lonely.
Genuinely, I weep for the future generations.
Now check out this huge V8 diesel engine on a tiny boat.
That's the flex from the fisherman. Why?
Stupidity.
This rescue robot can find people and rescue them from a burning building.
Yeah, if they help. Literally saw the guy push into it. Fuck off. Oh yeah. Have the robot grab the injured guy by the neck. Great plan. Fuck off.
This
Can you imagine you're injured and all you see is like giant come with me. How should we need? I mean,
Again, like, how's the robot gonna know if you've got a spinal fracture or not? You got a fucking spinal fracture that grabs you by the neck. Congratulations, you'll never walk again.
AI-powered
Brilliant
exoskeleton knows exactly when to provide a boost to your
oh, I've seen
strength.
these.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I've seen these recently.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, there's a few YouTubers been like showing them around like apparently it's for like hiking, make hiking easier. But I'm pretty sure people go hiking and enjoy the fact of like.
Here's my problem with it, right? So it's like, oh, it's able to like offset the weight and that, like,
Yeah.
you know, like make it easier to carry the heavy shit. How? Where does it put the weight? Where's it gonna put the weight? Like, what's it doing? Is it fucking taking the weight off you and just fucking off into the
No.
stratosphere for a couple hours?
Essentially, what someone's doing is see how
Fucking, oh, here, John, just fucking hold me, wait for me 5 minutes.
see what we're
Fucking
doing. Say you're,
fuck off.
say you're walking, right? And it's basically got rod there, and all it does is move your leg down for you. Instead of you walking yourself, it forces your leg to move. So imagine again, you get cramp from walking, and that goes no forward. You know, there's muscle tearing going on.
So it's like more effective at doing that. Get one of those mechanical knee braces
Yes,
with like the springs and shit.
that's essentially what it is, but just like attached to your hips and
Yeah, and has a little fucking AI robot in it, doing it by default.
yes.
And agility.
I mean, how about no? How about you're an idiot?
Probably for me, like doing mountaineering and that type of stuff, that kind of apparatus, because it was flexible enough for me to run and climb in. Means it's not sturdy enough to actually do its job of like
Yeah, exactly.
moving my legs forward.
So
which,
it's fucking pointless.
and if it was that sturdy, it means I don't have free motion to climb over obstacles.
Yeah,
Therefore, it's in my way.
exactly.
And I wouldn't use
what is
it.
the point of it?
Check out the capabilities of this little robot assistant that can scan, take pictures, turn on a projector, play music or video, and make video calls.
Again, it's a fun little toy.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a projector with bits.
Yes.
It's an iPhone on wheels with a projector glued to
And I
it.
guarantee it's linked to your iPhone anyway or your
Yeah,
Android.
probably is, yeah.
So don't get me wrong, it's funny to see you traveling, you want a little projector for you travel when you watch your YouTube videos on a little
Do you know what would be like better and easier than that?
you know, put one.
Fucking phone. Just
I think you want a little bit bigger than your phone.
so if I have to pull my phone out anyway to fucking use the fucking thing,
Yeah.
do you know I'd rather just do it? Plug my phone in, just watch it on my phone with headphones. You know,
This
save-
Bigfoot
save
doesn't
me an
care
effort.
how much snow or how bad the road is. Its only mission is to get its driver to
That's
the
a baby monster
destination.
truck, that's what that is.
Yeah, and not a good one at that.
I'm pretty sure most Americans have something like that called from a Ford
It's literally
F-150.
a snow dune buggy. It's a snow buggy.
Yeah, give the right hand that though. I've seen like a lot of American trucks do that themselves for
Yeah.
the fun of it.
It's quite popular in like desert states.
Yeah. And snow states as well.
Yeah.
For very recent they've shown. What do you think? Why is the engine that low down?
center of mass, I suppose, so it's harder to flip the fucker.
Yeah, but also means you can chuck your engine with the crap you're trying to drive through.
True, but still. Makes it harder to flip the fucker by mistake.
This is a real invisibility cloak. The special material renders any objects behind it almost invisible. And this invention can hide any object behind the lens by refracting light rays.
Yeah, again,
Yeah, it's not exactly new tech, though.
yeah, you can do it with your hand in a toilet roll tube.
Again, we've had the ability to do this with glass. Shut up! We've had the ability to do this with glass for like fucking 60 years.
Prepare to be amazed. These comfortable lightweight sneakers were made with a 3D printer in just a few minutes.
Those look fucking ridiculous.
This is the cyberpunk influence, isn't it?
There is no obstacle that this wheelchair can't overcome. It's a real tank chair.
See, now that's cool.
Yes.
Tank chair. That's actually a cool idea.
Yeah, a great small mobility, like a backhoe type system for like pulling things, or
Yeah.
if someone's disabled, want to go out rambling.
Yeah, great idea. Actually kinda neat. Has value and
Yeah.
use.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, fucking brilliant plan.
I don't have the auto drive feature in it though. See, I would probably man one of those.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Cool idea.
This rear view video system with HD monitor covers all the blind spots for large vehicles.
I've had those for years,
Yeah, that again, not new.
and most don't use them.
Explore virtual reality on your feet with these shoes without moving in the real world.
Oh, I
can
hate
get
that.
a lot of fucking broken legs coming out of that.
I mean, even the harness one we got the disc you sit into.
Yeah, people have still managed to break their fucking legs.
You strap
using
into that on a harness gimbal.
those. Yeah.
Come on, oh yeah, just slide your feet like this and you walk. Yeah, yeah. Oh shit!
Yeah. Ah! There goes my femur.
Especially people like don't have to move for VR, like some of the VR stuff, crashing towards a regular basis.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine someone getting panicked on that one? They just like try and sprint.
Fuck.
A great cartoon moment. Like,
Yeah, like Scooby Doo. Like.
I hate it so much. It's unreal.
Yeah, I can see a lot of people breaking their ankles using that.
And it's 3D printed as well, guarantee you that.
Yep.
You just have to see how these kinetic doors close.
Oh fuck off.
I mean, as a design aspect, I do like it.
No. No, that's so breakable.
I think it's more designed for than security. I think.
I can literally.
It may look like a mirage in the middle of the forest, but this is a mirrored house that seems completely invisible from
Two
afar.
well-placed kicks to the center of that door and I'm in your house.
My problem with that house, technically, is can you imagine losing it?
Yeah, but if I throw a pebble in the right spot on that fucking house, the whole building comes down.
This all-terrain hexapod robot seems to have come to us from another planet.
Oh, what the fuck do you want, Elfie? What do you want? Pets?
No matter what kind of work you do, these gloves will definitely protect your hands.
Yeah, not new tech.
Yeah, it's a saw and a stick. What the fucking...
No, that's all. It's a glove itself. It's like
Oh,
you got a blowtorch up to it, didn't burn his hand, and
yeah, again, it's not new. That's called a welder's glove.
pulling like bits of glass and that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's called a welding glove. Yeah, your hand isn't in that.
This
glove,
electric
then,
car has pedals that allow you to drive and
That's
charge
just
the
Sinclair
battery.
C5
A truly
Yeah,
endless
it's not a
engine.
new thing. We've had them for years.
from the 60s, and they were good back then. Just ahead of the time.
Now check out how this robotic kiwi picker works on a plantation.
Those aren't kiwis, those are apples.
No, the kiwis.
No. Kiwis have fur.
That's a kiwi.
That's an apple.
It's a kiwi.
Kiwis are
Don't
brown,
judge an
they're pretty
ATV
yellow.
by its size, because this little one can handle any terrain, even water.
Oh, it's a bendy bus ATV.
And he's using fucking what called steering mechanism on it.
Yeah, and it's fucking struggling to get through a
If you
pond.
feel like two hands just isn't enough for what you need to do, this user-controlled robotic limb system can come to the rescue.
Oh, Dr. Up.
Again, it looks very cool.
It's very gimmicky.
This universal key can be linked to all your cars and even show you information about them on a touch screen.
Oh yes, just hack my car, thank you.
You've got to see this 190.
I saw a design for a motorbike like that back in the 1930s.
Yeah.
And it was dog shit then.
Yeah, because it's damn near impossible to steer
Yeah.
or hold your center of balance.
6 cubic centimeters diesel bike.
It's horrid.
And here's the biggest bike ever at a hopping 860
What the fuck
kilograms.
No, I'm going to bed.
A 2-ton bike.
No. No. No, that's enough internet for one night. No. No, someone get that man weighed. Like, no, that man clearly hasn't been touched in over a decade because he's built a fucking monster bike in his shed.
Pedal powered at that.
Like,
Pedal powered at that.
yeah, like, it's, no, I'm done. I surrender. I can't do this anymore. I'm old. I'm tired and I'm retired. I surrender. I give up on the planet. I for one welcome our new alien overlords, and I embrace their fucking leadership.
Well, Vegas eventually fully broken now. Good night and good luck.
I would say thank you for joining us, but let's be honest, we've all suffered. The human race itself has suffered slightly from this evening. Fuck, I'll get in and pack upstairs, I don't care anymore.
That's mine or yours?
Yeah, that was my question. You know, I've got plenty upstairs, it's yours now.
No, that one is yours.
No, it's yours now. No, it's still, I've disowned it already, it's yours now.
Oh, you mean?
Much like my 4th secret child, it's disowned.
Good night and good luck, people. Catch you in the next one.
You're disowned too. You know what you did.